be lifted, be lifted, oh, be lifted above all other gods. We lay our crowns and worship you, for we know that our very lives, our very existence is by your sovereignty for your own pleasure. And so we wake up to another Friday knowing that absolutely nothing we have done has guaranteed us life again, but for your grace, but for your tender mercies. Thank you that they are new every morning, and that great is your faithfulness. Good morning, Ghana. Welcome to a bright Friday morning on 97.3 Citi FM. We call this the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda. So much to do on your morning, but we always start by reflecting on God's goodness, charging you to step out there and do great for God and country. Now, this is what we typically call worship songs. And truthfully, I thought this was a Ron Kenoli something Abrochirikai. But this is a solid one made right here in Ghana. Now, here's your business sense for the day. He says, these people approach me with their speeches to honor me with lip service, yet their hearts are far from me, and human rules direct their worship of me. The Lord said, these people approach me with their speeches to honor me with lip service, yet their hearts are far from me, and human rules direct their worship of me. When we say be lifted above other gods, we want to make sure that we are not just singing, we are not just offering lip services, but in our line of work, in our duty, we execute that sacred commandment that says that I love God. If anyone says I love God yet hates his brother, he's a liar. Anyone who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. So this morning our chat to you on Business Sense, which is brought to you by ADB, is that your business, which affects a brother, is your way of worship, is your act of worship. So if you're a contractor and you're cutting corners, you're building structures that will collapse on students and kill them, you're offering lip services and you're not living true. You're a teacher and you're not teaching right. You're a leader, you're not leading right. You cannot say be lifted above other gods because you have made corruption a god over the God you claim to worship. That's business sense for the morning. Whatever you do, whatever your hands find to do, do them as unto the Lord. Your secular work has sacred value. Business sense is brought to you by ADB. If you're a paid employee or salaried worker, you need a personal loan to resolve your financial issues. ADB is offering you a variety of personal loans, including top-up loans at significantly reduced interest rates. You can also enjoy a longer tenor of up to 6 years. This offer is open to non-customers as well. Kindly visit the nearest branch or call 0302-210-210 or 0302-224-043 for further inquiries. ADB is the People's Bank. ADB is truly a great and more. Newspaper review coming up shortly.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We understand the excitement and preparations that comes when your child gains admission into senior high school. But we at the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB PLC, also understand the financial burden this comes with. The chopbox, trunk, school mattress, you name it. That's why we have partnered with Prospectus Ghana Limited to offer financial support for parents by introducing the ADB Quick Purchase. With a smart loan of up to 20,000 Ghana cedis, you can pick up all the items on your child's prospectus for school. ADB PLC offers you a repayment plan of 12 months to relieve you of all that heavy financial burden. Every ADB customer who receives their salaries through the bank, military and police personnel, and all other workers on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll qualify for this facility. Walk into any ADB branch nationwide or any Prospectus Ghana Limited office near you to apply for the ADB Quick Purchase. Terms and conditions apply. ADB, the People's Bank. ADB, surely a Greek and more.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Reality Bank, believe it. Richard Delasca is in the studio.
Yeah, man.
Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, my brother. How's it going?
I'm okay. Are you feeling patapa this morning?
No, the whole team makes some way.
Oh.
The system makes slow.
Oh, it's a Friday morning.
No, Charlie. People don't want pay, Charlie.
So the patapa is not patai.
Yeah, so the whole team makes some way, Charlie. Oh my God, Charlie, one baby I'm you.
Oh, Charlie.
To come and I recommend you.
No,
Hey.
blah blah go bo.
Oh, Kozoku zero.
No, but we have Ghanaian times.
Yeah, you go manage our like an hour.
For manager, for just
Oh man, I feel like Beroho, a Jiro, you recommend.
No, break that down. Friday and that one.
The Ghanaian Times says Airbus scandal. Mahama others did no wrong. OSP finds no evidence
Okay.
to support allegation after 4-year investigation. Also, a sad one here that says 12 killed, 30 injured in fire outbreaks nationwide between January to June 2000 and June 2024. Also, VIP joins mourners to bid farewell to the late IGP JY of Kofi. Also, 21-year-old Yuma student crowned Miss Geek Ghana 2024. What is that?
Geek. I'm sure it's a tech-related contest.
Okay. If you go to the Chronicle, Airbus scandal, government official One is Mahama, but OSP exonerates him.
Okay.
Another story here says Baumia commissions Royal Ghana Gold Refinery and Akufo-Addo breaks ground for Denton Dodowa road dualization.
Okay, that's a good one. New gold refinery opens. Vice President demands responsible gold sourcing. This is Daily Graphic and Airbus scandal. OSP clears Mahama. AG appeals at to forcing Jakpa acquittal. So whom can NDC sneak through supposed cracks in NPP? Big question on Constituency Watch. And $155 million coastline restoration project has been launched.
The new finder says prioritize domestic investments alongside foreign direct investment. It's coming in from Ofosu Dote. Also, snitch tiles positive strides in recent years. Well, have they finished with the hotel issues and all related matters? SOEs must thrive on transparency, accountability to succeed. That's coming in from One Fully. And the Airbus scandal, it seems Mahama is not guilty.
It seems. Daily Graphic this morning, Nana cuts out for Denton Dodowa Road, 2.37 million euro ambulance case. AG appeals Ato forcing Jakpa acquittal, 5 million pound Airbus scandal. Mahama as government official, one special prosecutor. Ghana gets gold refinery. Dr. Baumia is here. Successful SOEs must thrive on transparency and accountability. And UMAT student wins Miss Geek 2024. That's here as well.
The Ghanaian publisher Mahama is government official one. Ejipong upholds Amidu's Airbus report. Also, Senate unveils digital plan to ensure sustainability. Baumia pledging to reduce mining export tax. And then also something here saying Okaikwe North Municipal supports Homo.
Okay. Daily Analyst newspaper, Airbus scandal. Mahama cleared by OSP identified as GO1, curbing gold smuggling. I'll reduce mining export tax to 1%. Baumia is speaking. And then also Mapa citizens demand action after devastating Kosombo Dam spillage. Ekuyadonko proposed 1 million Ghana cedi filing fee. EC director discloses. Okay. And GJA will continue to promote media responsibility. June 4 assures.
Airbus saga OSP closest matter says no criminal action needed. Also, don't give Mahama honeymoon retirement. Baumia is talking. Outreach program on terrorism. Ambassador Baba Kamara assesses security situation. Some other stories here on the front page this morning.
The Herald newspaper, Mahama punctures Akufo-Addo after Airbus bribery fiasco. Self-styled anti-terrorism consultant exposed uses AI-generated images to fabricate military ties. And bruised AG puts Chief Justice in tight corner, goes to Supreme Court against Ato Forson's acquittal. FDA boss seizes Daily Graphics properties over 700,000 defamation case. And Napo pledges chief's involvement in mining decisions under Baumia presidency.
ABC newspaper says this morning, Baumia moves to fulfill dream of gold value addition as he opens gold refinery. Also, John Mahama confirmed as government official one in Airbus scandal. And no president has honored Kwame Nkrumah more than Akufo-Addo. Kabila of the CPP is clapping back.
Okay. Republic Press this morning, Mahama is government official one but not guilty as charged. Ato forcing Jakpa in the dock again as AG appeals acquittal in ambulance case. President swears in ambassadors. I'm seeing one of the Neuros, Ambassador Institute. Yeah, Ambassador Institute.
Yeah, it did somewhere. That's what it means.
Yeah.
The Daily Searchlight says OSP conducts a lazy, shambolic, and incompetent probe into Airbus scandal. Okay. Now you remember what Kemkrachi is going after being filed some action at the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
One was withdrawn, another one is in flight. Also, AG appeals Jakpa Ato Forson acquittal to Supreme Court.
Okay, Daily Post this morning, Airbus scandal, Mahama is clean, matter closed, special prosecutor declares Mahama is a man of integrity. We are satisfied with OSP ruling on Airbus scandal. This is Joyce Bauer Mokhtari. An investigation on Airbus scandal was thorough. Franklin Kujo Hills OSP. So Daily Post is all about the OSP.
The Catholic Standard says don't exploit religion in elections. Bishop Jemfi is quoted here saying, also Yendi Peace Commission calls for calm in Nya Also, you are an irresponsible, no, exactly, forgive me, irrepressible moral voice in society.
Okay. Inquisitor Airbus scandal. OSP concludes investigations. Claims Mahama and brother of any misconduct. Nananum will be key in mining issues under Baumia. Napo assures the Traditional Council. Bondholders flays Finance Minister. Backbin summons MPs to return to Parliament on September 3, 2024.
And the BNFT, my final newspaper for this morning, says Unified Vision Paramount for Economic Transformation panelists. And one of the panelists here is Bernard Kokuavle. Hey, Galamsey Chief.
Thank you. Oh, nice one.
Yeah, Galamsey in Chief.
Solid.
Re-engineering economic model critical to rebuilding resilient economy. And some $100 million in gold refinery opened to boost value addition.
Final newspaper from me, Custodian newspaper. We are told school feeding program is going digital. And OSP nails Mahama confirms government official one status. SNIT goes digital to increase contributions. Massive boost for domestic revenue generation as Baumia opens modern gold refinery. If you go online quickly, residents of Danu threaten to ditch electricity use over high tariffs. Baumia proposes anchoring city to gold for long-term stability. Airbus scandal is here. Mahama was referred to as OSP for political Mahama was referred to OSP for political expediency. Eduji Tamaklo is speaking here. And then also, if you go down there, Kenya police tear gas protesters as cabinet is sworn in. We are told Talo posts $411 million profit for the first half of 2024. I received death threats during my tenure as EC. Charlotte Osei here speaking. And stories about AG filing appeal at the Supreme Court is here as well. Mahama dares Akufo-Addo Baumia to avail themselves for scrutiny after outcome of Airbus scandal. And Ghana opens first gold refinery after centuries of mining.
Okay, so let's take off this morning. Page 12 of the Ghanaian Times has the story that everybody's talking about.
Yep.
Mahama and the OSP and the Airbus matter. Jonathan Donko and Julius Yapetechi reporting this morning, and they say the Office of the Special Prosecutor has exonerated former President John Dramani Mahama, his brother, and 3 other individuals of any wrongdoing in the Airbus scandal. After a 4-year long investigation, it has concluded, that is the OSP, that there is no direct evidence of corruption and bribery in the purchase of 3C-295 military transport aircraft from Airbus by the government between 2011 and 2015. Now, the probe conducted between February 2020 and June this year focused on former President Mahama, who was identified as government official 1 or individual 1 in the United States and United Kingdom court proceedings. But if you go further into the report, the OSP suggested that the dealing between the former president and the brother, the circumstances raise issues of possible conflict
of interest
and all of that. But I mean, some other people are also concentrating on who is government official 1. So depending on where you stand. So for instance, the Chronicle says Airbus scandal, government official 1 is Mahama, but OSP exonerates him. And again, if you go to the Daily Guide, for instance, they also say what? Where's that? Where's the Daily Guide?
Daily Guide is here with me.
Yeah, that's right.
They say that £5 million Airbus scandal. Mahama is government official 1. Sorry, it's on page number 3. Special Prosecutor Kisia Jabing has disclosed the identities of individuals involved in the Airbus scandal, previously referred to as government official 1, intermediary 5, 6, and 7. According to him, former President John Mahama was the government official 1 or individual 1 cited by UK and US courts during the investigations into Airbus sale of C-295 aircraft. Daily Graphic says that case is closed effectively, right? So following the investigation, which found no evidence of culpability against former President Mahama and any government official or the other persons of interest under the investigations, the OSP has closed the investigations into the Airbus matter.
In the meantime, though, Ken Crunchy is pissing in, basically riding straight into the OSP and that office, calling the investigation lazy, shambolic, and incompetent. and basically saying that the people did no good job on the matter. So if you're interested in that, you go to the Daily Searchlight for more. But let's turn our attention to some other stories, including a positive one having to do with gold refinery being opened in our country. Now, the ABC News newspaper is one of the newspapers carrying that particular story. And it says this morning that Baumia moves to fulfill dream of gold value addition. And it says that the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Baumia, has noted that the establishment of a refinery in Ghana is a strategic investment which contributes immensely to the government's efforts in ensuring value addition to Ghana's minerals resources. Now, currently, Ghana's gold is exported in raw form to. Okay, so currently, Ghana's gold, which is normally expected or which is normally exported in raw form, is to be refined in Ghana. That's what the paper wants to say, but they've written it some way, resulting in lost revenue and missed opportunities for job creation. Between 2018 and 2023, Ghana's average annual gold production was 3.92 million ounces. Now, the Vice President, during the opening of the gold refinery yesterday, said historically Ghana has exported its gold in raw form, missing out on significant revenue. He goes on to talk about, but I don't know why the story has been written this way, because you've not told us that they have opened the thing. So you go into the story and they say commissioning of the gold refinery. I mean, what does that mean? Please,
it can be challenging.
Please, ABC News. I know times are hard, but please let's.
No, but this is how Reuters looks at it. It said Ghana opens first gold refinery after centuries of mining. Ghana opened its first commercial gold refinery in Accra, the capital, on Thursday. This is part of an effort by Africa's leading gold producer to add value and earn more from the precious metal which has been mined for centuries. So Royal Ghana Gold Refinery, with capacity to process 400 kilograms of gold per day, will source gold ore from small-scale and artisanal miners before acquiring license to process gold from large-scale miners. So that's some detail for you over there.
Okay.
But Herald newspaper this morning is saying that bruised AG puts Chief Justice in tight corner, goes to Supreme Court against Ato Forson's acquittal. So I'll bring you that detail. It says the Office of the Attorney General, led by Godfrey Abu-Adame, has gone to the Supreme Court with a notice of appeal against the Court of Appeal judgment that acquitted and discharged the Kesel, Ato Forson and Richard Jakpa in the ambulance case. Dame is asking the Supreme Court to thus set aside the acquittal and discharge the order for the accused to continue with their defense. If you look at the AG's story, the ambulance story, as well as the Airbus scandal, there are monies involved, and we are told that in both there's been financial losses have been made to the state. But it looks like the politics is exciting us more than the financial losses that have been made as a country.
Alleged financial losses
that have been made.
Because in all the cases, we've not seen proof of the same. Except that, I mean, there are serious issues to be asked. I mean, the fact that an office says we've not found evidence to prosecute doesn't mean that, nothing wrong was necessarily, like, there was no wrong done. And again, I mean, in the case of the what do you call it? The
Airbus?
It's not the Airbus.
The ambulance.
The ambulance. I mean, the matter is appealed. Let's see how the courts would decide it. But the bottom line is that there are allegations of wrongdoing. As to whether we can prove that is another matter entirely. And it's not about attacking and insulting each other that will solve the problem. We have to fix our country. We have to fix our country one way or the other. So let's wise up and stop the needless politics we sometimes do on these matters. Anyway, if you go to BNFT, there is a story there, Unified Vision Paramount for Economic Transformation. And the story is by Ebenezer Chike Njoku and Emmanuel Akomia. Page 3, and they say that a well-coordinated financial sector and comprehensive national development plan backed by strong political leadership are indispensable elements if the nation is to redefine its economic model, key industry leaders have stressed. Now, speaking as part of a high-level panel at the 13th Ghana Economic Forum organized by the BNFT under the theme Re-Engineering Ghana's Economic Model for Sustainable Development, a robust financial sector, political leadership, and national development plan is key. They insisted that there must be a well-defined picture of the collective future aspired to by all Ghanaians. Well, I mean, if you look at, you go into it, they're talking about how we can actually make this place a better place for all of us.
If you go to
related matters.
Yeah, I'm just wrapping up with two very quick ones. If you go to Reuters, Kenyan police used tear gas to clear pockets of protesters in Nairobi. You can find details on Reuters. Police fired tear gas to clear pockets of anti-government demonstrators from the center of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, on Thursday as their protest movement sought to capitalize on earlier concessions and compel President William Ruto to resign. But if you come to page 3 of Daily Guide, the good news here is that the president has cut the sword for the Adentan Dodua Road. We've made a lot of noise about that road, how it caused traffic for so long, but
it is not enough to
cut
the sword.
No, it's been dualized.
Yeah.
Work has been in progress for some time now.
So they are now cutting the sword. How does it happen?
I don't understand how this is happening.
But we
the
hope
story
that
says
it is not
they've cut the
enough
sword.
because I'm saying there have been projects.
Yes.
They cut the
that have
sword.
been truncated along the way.
Nothing has happened. So please, if they have cut the sword and you say work is going on, I'll take your word for it.
This one is,
I believe you.
It's been executed by Oswald Investments.
I hear.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that
you don't have a problem. That was a newspaper review.
The point I'm making is that hopefully we'll see proper road on the ground.
It is so.
Agroniform.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make her feel the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let's go. My party, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling. Oh, you go work. But you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
And it's time for the business news brought to you by MTN and Goel Mashika is here with the news. Let's get into the news and I'll tell you more about the MTN and Gwel after the bulletin. Good morning, Nashika Caesar.
Good morning, Caleb Kuda. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goyle and Access Bank. My name is Nashika Caesar. Coming up, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia hints of plans to anchor the value of the city to gold to curb depreciation of the local currency. Also coming up, economic watchers attribute slow pace of the country's economic growth to the overly tight monetary policy regime. And later, Tallow Oil confident of winning the international court's rulings on the $387 million tax dispute between it and the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA. The details of our stories now. The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has hinted at plans to anchor the value of the city to gold in an effort to cushion the local currency against depreciation and address persistent forex challenges. This follows the success of the domestic gold purchase program, under which the Bank of Ghana has acquired 65.4 tons of gold valued at $5 billion, significantly boosting the country's gold reserves. Speaking at the inauguration of the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery, Dr. Bawumia stated that a new forex exchange policy would ensure the long-term stability of the city, which has depreciated by 19.6% against the dollar as of July.
I would like to propose a new foreign exchange regime management architecture for Ghana next year, in which the value of the city, with everything that we are putting, will be anchored to gold. I want us to move our foreign exchange management because we need an anchor, and I believe that the best anchor for the city is gold. I'm proposing a framework. We'll discuss, of course, with the central bank.
That was the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, speaking there. Meanwhile, the Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Ernest Addison, has assured of the Central Bank's commitment to building the country's gold reserves to enhance economic stability.
This year alone, since January, the bank has bought 23 tons of gold, estimated at $1.6 billion. Of this amount, about $1.6 billion has been used to support oil purchases. The benefits of establishing a local gold refinery broadly aligns with the Bank of Ghana's objective to build adequate foreign reserves to stabilize the economy during adverse domestic and external shocks, and to help achieve our core mandate of price stability. And we are extremely pleased with the opening of the refinery today.
That was Dr. Ernest Addison, who is Governor of the Bank of Ghana. Moving on, senior partner at AB and David Ofosu-Dorte, has attributed the slow pace of the country's economic growth to the overly tight monetary policy regime. According to him, the Bank of Ghana must find an alternative approach to tame inflation completely instead of relying solely on monetary policy. Speaking at the 13th Ghana Economic Forum, David Ofosu-Dorte said, though the regulatory body recently maintained its policy rate at 29%, it is a disincentive to the growth of the economy.
When you increase monetary policy rate, it is businesses who are already borrowing above 20% who suffer because the bank lending rate goes up. So it tends to drive down the business's ability to produce, which suppresses supply and ends up actually having the reverse effect. And I want us to rethink this. What do we do to change our behavior? For example, how do we stimulate local consumption and stimulate consumption of locally produced foods?
David Ofosu-Dorte is a senior partner at AB and David. Moving on, the International Court ruling on the $387 million tax dispute between Tallow Oil and the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, is expected in November this year. This decision comes as Tallow Oil's profits before tax from its Ghanaian operations surged to $411 million, with the company paying $144 million in taxes for the first half of 2024. Tallow Oil remains confident that a court will rule in its favor, firmly maintaining that it does not owe the disputed amount. Here is the Chief Finance Officer of Tallow Oil, Richard Miller, speaking on the issue.
We should get a result on the Ghana arbitration no later than some point in November. There's a range of possible outcomes. Obviously, the one that we expect is that we'll be successful, then nothing will be owed. And then if there is a result where it rules against us, I suppose there's two branches from that. One is that the panel will say we're unsuccessful and rule on a number. That number could be less than the 320, which has originally been claimed, or they could then say that they find against us, but they can't rule on a number, which will then push us into the Ghana court process. But I think, as we previously stated, if we're unsuccessful, we have a number of avenues to continue to explore within the Ghana court process, where we'll continue to dispute this claim.
That was the Chief Finance Officer of Tallow Oil, Richard Miller, there. Now, on the Forex market today, the dollar could be sold to you at 15 cedis, 85 pesos, the British pound at 20 cedis, 10 pesos, and the euro at 17 cedis, 10 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, GOIL, and Access Bank. My name is Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for spending your time with me. Do have a great business day.
Quite rightly. Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma. The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
There's no price like the ShopRite price. That's why we are committed to bringing you lower prices on all the essentials you need. Like 1 liter Pure Joy juice, all variants, only 39 cedis, 99 pesos, and 340 grams Sadia chicken franks for just 16 cedis, 99 pesos each. Never pay more than the ShopRite price. Price is valid until 18th August 2024. Only at ShopRite.
Join the Republic Verse. Enter the Republic Bank space. Online or within the banking hall, we open the right doors for you to make the most of life. With our suite of superb banking products and services, our clients, corporate, SME, investments, and individuals get to enjoy amazing benefits. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're the one for you.
Calling all shoppers. This month at Oka Decor, we have an offer that you simply cannot resist. Enjoy an irresistible 20% off a huge variety of stylish and modern furniture. Visit Oka Decor on Spintex Road to enjoy our irresistible offers.
Welcome to the new normal. STEAM education. At Sparks Learning Experience, science plus arts equals holistic learning, hands-on teaching, creating knowledge anew, experiential learning. That is what we do at Sparks. The future is bright with skills in hand and knowledge in action. Enroll your child at Sparks today and watch their skills come alive. We've got drone piloting, programming, AI, robotics, among others for your child. They will receive exceptional STEAM mentorship from our founder, Professor Fred Magbangaluri. Sparks Learning Experience, where skills shine bright. Admission is open now. Find us at 1 University Avenue, Bukusu, or call us on 055 7637 149.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
7:11. Business news was brought to you by MTN. MTN is celebrating 50 years of Momo. Some 15 years ago, you had just bought your first mobile phone or sent the first text message via the internet. If you look back, Momo has been here for guess how long? 15 years. From the first time you sent money to a loved one to pay bills effortlessly or enjoy the peace of mind that comes with secure and safe, reliable transactions. It's been an amazing 15-year journey so far. So get ready for some mouth-watering offers as we celebrate Momo at 15. Look out for our market storms and floats near you and win some mind-blowing prizes. Thank you, Ghana, for doing this with us. Download my Momo on App Store or Google Play Store and just Momo it everywhere you go. The business news was also brought to you by Good Energy Goil. We've hit the road with exciting choices to energize your vehicle. It's giving you more options to take you further. What the space for your choice? Goil, yung idea. On Business Edition this morning, massive request for last week's episode talking about data science and AI. Jelali Agbenyagan delivered a very insightful presentation on data science and AI, and many of you have requested that we bring that back. And so on Business Edition today, data science and AI. Enjoy, we'll be back.
Hello there, this is 97.3 Citi FM. Welcome. This is your most educative and insightful business show on radio. This is the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Ni Latte. Today on the show, we are talking about data science and artificial intelligence. I'm glad to have one of the industry players here with me with over 15 years of multiple industry experience. My guest is currently the lead team member of data scientists at Shopify. Outside of his regular work at Shopify, Delali is the founder of Ghana Data Science Summit and the lead organizer of Indaba X Ghana, with a mission to create awareness and also build capacity in machine learning and artificial intelligence in Ghana as well as Africa as a whole. Delali Agbenyaga is my guest this morning on the Citi Business Edition. As you may be well aware, AI has now become the talk of town and the whole world needs to be fully ready for it. Whether it's going to take over our jobs or not, the discussion is in focus this morning on the Citi Business Edition. Once again, my name is Ni Latte, and thank you so much indeed for tuning in. Delali, good to see you. Welcome to the Citi Business Edition. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me here, Ni.
Well, we have always been hearing AI, artificial intelligence, data science, Internet of Things, machine learning. The terms go on and on. But as to whether they are used interchangeably, they have some similarities, there are some key differences. You are the expert here. Help us. When we say AI, when we say data science, let's even take it one after the other. What is data science? What is artificial intelligence?
Yeah, so Thank you for that question. I actually always get this question. So, data science is really a science of basically using data to drive some impact. So it's actually very broad. It includes anything that you can use data to do. So, for example, if you are a business and you actually predict the future using your current data and trends to predict the future, you are doing some type of data science at the very basic level. By the advanced level, data science could also mean using sophisticated systems like AI systems to determine fraud. So in many places, for example, if you have a credit card and you make a purchase that is fraudulent, systems under the hood can actually inform people that, hey, we've seen that you have made a purchase here with this amount. Is that you or not? That's something that we call fraud detection. That's also data science. So data science is really broad. It actually starts from descriptive analytics, which is basically creating reports, to diagnostics analytics, which is really understanding the why behind why things happen.
So it's all about decision making.
It's all about decision making with data, right? And I would like to link this to AI. So AI, in simple terms, is really the science of training systems or machines to act in ways that we say that they are smart. So AI basically deals with systems and machines that are doing things that actually only humans can do. An example is self-driving cars. If you live in certain countries, you can order Uber. It will come to you with no driver. You can get into it and go to your destination. So AI basically just means that you are training systems, or systems are working in ways that only humans can do. I can give many different examples, like you can be speaking English now, but somebody can be hearing French using language translation, which is also an AI. So the key difference here between data science and AI is that they are all broader things, but they kind of overlap in terms of like the application, right? Data science is the broader scope of using data to drive business decisions, doing analytics, statistical modeling, whereas AI and machine learning are components of data science that are focused on training machines to do things that humans naturally would do.
So usually, where does the confusion come in when it comes to the interchangeable nature of the terms?
Yeah, usually I don't see data science and AI being confused so much. What I see being confused is machine learning and AI. And basically, AI is the broader thing. Okay, it's the broader thing that is like a system of tools and techniques that are used to train systems to behave as humans. Machine learning is basically a component or subset of artificial intelligence that is focused on showing data to the machine over time and letting the machine learn from the data, and then the machine can now do things based on what they've learned from the data. So you can think of it as AI as the broader umbrella, and then machine learning it's a subset of AI, whereas data science is almost like a broader use of data, and of course we know that AI is built with data as well.
Put, data science can be the universal set, and we have AI and machine learning in there as subsets.
Correct.
Perfect. But when I was reading your profile, I realized that you have over 15 years of experience when it comes to data science and artificial intelligence, not just in Ghana, but also the whole of Africa. You have been driving several efforts. Just somewhere last week, you held your data science summit. We'll be talking about that. But briefly, in terms of the awareness creation and the building of capacity when it comes to the use of, digital technologies such as data science and AI, what has it been like? Where do you see us currently, and where does the future lie for us?
Basically, we've started our initiative to really drive AI and data science in Ghana in 2019. And our goal has been really engaging the people who are building the system. So teaching our young ones, creating capacity. So we do hands-on training. So far it's been good. It's been a good 5-year journey dealing with different institutions here, in Ghana. We've worked with University of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Academic City University. We also work with Methodist University and Ashesi University. So far, it's been great, but the journey has not been easy. I think as a country, we have accomplished a lot as in creating the awareness, but the road to get to where we need to get to, I think it's longer, and I can enumerate some of those challenges that I see as we go through this. I think the biggest thing is like our infrastructure, because AI runs on data and internet basically. So a lot of the systems that are being built now are basically web applications. So if your internet is not working, you won't get anything back. And so we have to really fix our internet, right? The other one is electricity. Sometimes you can't even charge your laptop. If you live in certain areas in this country, you are not able to even charge your laptop. So how can you even do AI? So, infrastructure is one of the things that I feel like we have to fix first. And then once we fix that, a lot of things will follow. Talent gap is another thing, but that's what we have taken on. Now we are building the talent, we are training people. So we think that over time, we will close the talent gap, even though we have some talent gap today. So where are we as a country? I think we are still in the early stages of understanding the technology, understanding the value that technology brings to us, and building the infrastructure and the capabilities to actually take advantage of that. But I'm encouraged so far by the communities that we've seen. I don't know if you remember, but in 2019, Google set up their AI research lab here in Accra, and that was the time we also started our Ghana Data Science Summit. And I think that setup has also helped a lot, training people, doing research that are based on the local problems that we have.
And so that's about some 5 years ago, you see. But in terms of your description as how we are at the early stages, you identify infrastructure and also talent gap as some of the areas that are hindering the progress when it comes to the adoption and understanding of some of these technologies. But in your experience, what will you also say is the kind of support that you will need to ensure that you advance in some of these areas? Yeah.
So in Ghana in particular, and actually in most African countries, I think we need three major things.
What are they?
The first one is the involvement of our leaders. You see, in Africa, most things don't really move fast if government is not involved. And so I would have loved to have like a directorate that is focused on AI research in Ghana and, employ people and invest in that research. So that's the first thing, government involvement. And quite honestly, sometimes I see that some of our senior leaders are a little bit scared of venturing into this because maybe there's a learning gap, they need to learn something, and so it makes it difficult for even the young talent to make impact if our seniors are not creating the opportunity and the chance for them. So government involvement is number one. Number two, I would say, is our educational institutions. Most things that we do today are taught in schools. So I think that our tertiary schools, even starting from high school, I would say, they need to actually create programs that will encourage students to learn about this new technology, because this technology is not going anywhere. It has come to stay. And so, the educational institutions has to design their syllabus, their classes, their programs to be very practical and to build a foundation so that students can learn and really apply, these technologies. I think the third thing that I believe can help us is data, because everything AI is actually run on data. And in Ghana here, it is actually hard to get data. I have spoken with someone who is doing some research and had to actually download data from China. Okay, download data from China to actually learn about a problem that he wants to solve here in Ghana. So the way AI works is that if you go and get data elsewhere and you build a system based on that data, chances are that that system is going to fail when you apply it here in Ghana, because
the context will be different.
Correct. You really need data from the context of the problem that you are solving. And so I think that this links a little bit to the infrastructure point that I made earlier on. So
it's like a data bank sort of thing.
Yes, in many countries there are free data banks where students can go and you can just sign in and you can download data and use to play around and build systems. I think that we need to solve that data issue as well. So those three things, I think the first one I mentioned is government involvement. Second one is our educational sectors and our tertiary schools really creating programs, and then finally closing the data gap by making sure we make data available, collect data on important problems, and make it available for people to use to build systems.
This is still 97.3 Citi FM. If you just tuned in, this is a Citi Business Edition. My name is Ni Lati. Today I'm speaking with Delali Agbenyega, a data science leader and also a team lead of data scientists at Shopify. In fact, you are talking about data science and artificial intelligence, how it applies to the Ghanaian context, and how businesses and even the country at large will be able to benefit from some of these technologies. In this part of the conversation, he's identified some of the challenges facing the adoption and acceptance of AI and data science in the country, key amongst them being the infrastructure and also the talent gap in the country. The remedies, he says, are three: government involvement, the curriculum change at the various tertiary and also basic school level, as well as data bank, which is also one of the key areas for the development of AI and data science. We are going into the next phase of the conversation here on the Citi Business Edition. One of the interesting things whenever we talk about AI and artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, and these emerging technologies that are coming up is that they are going to make the ordinary Ghanaian worker lazy. It's going to take over the jobs. People are not able to think because now you just sit behind the computer, put in the information, and then you get something and then you are good to go. However, if you put in garbage, you are going to get garbage out. So explain the dynamics to me when it comes to the concern about how AI is going to take over people's job, making people less smart. Do you even agree with that assertion?
Partially, yes. I think that I agree that certain types of job will be taken over by some AI systems.
Just like?
So jobs that are very boring, very mundane, very manual. An example would be, for example, in a farm, if you're harvesting ripe tomatoes, for example, we can build AI system to do that. So it's very simple computer vision. Anything that is red, plug it. Anything that is green, leave it. You could create a simple computer vision system like that. The advantage of that is that instead of you to employ a lot of people to do that, the machine can do that at scale. So it's a good thing. Yeah. But those people who are just like laborers that go and plug, the ripe tomatoes for harvesting, they may lose that part of, their job, right? Even certain things like, writing, doing grammatical checks and all of that, you could type things into GPT. You can ask GPT to, check grammatical, errors for you. So if your job is to be checking, grammatical errors of people's notes and people's writings, you may be out of business, right? But here's the catch. You can learn the tool to enhance your work. So instead of you giving up fully, now, instead of you checking 5 grammatical errors in an hour, 5 articles and their grammars in an hour, you may actually do 20 or 30 in an hour. So now you will be using the tool. So this is what I say I partially agree, because it depends on how you see it and your particular profession and how you are learning to use the tool to make your work better.
I see. So we shouldn't be too much concerned about some of the bad things that AI can bring. Maybe speak to us specifically on the positives and in relation to businesses like this kind of marketing, customer segmentation, having predictive, all those areas. How can businesses, the small businesses who are listening to us, some of these technologies, how can they embrace them, adopt them, develop their businesses to turn around the fortunes of the operations?
Yeah, I'm very glad you asked this question because that's where I have been practicing a lot. I've done a lot of work in retail, in marketing, in finance, and the use there and the advantage there is very massive. Okay, so let's take it from our banks, for example, or in financial institutions. So you could deploy AI systems to do validation of people's ID. So you can use facial recognition to make sure that this is Delali or this is Ni and this is the person. So instead of going through queues of checking and verifying IDs, you could do that. That's one thing. In terms of like marketing, you can definitely use AI to understand which customer is more likely to take a particular action. So maybe I have only savings account. You may want to find out, okay, is this person likely to get a loan or, get, another account as in deposit account? You can use data based on people like me and the action that they have done in the past. You can use that to predict that, Delali is likely to have a credit card, and then you can market that to me. Now you can also use that to determine whether or not I'm likely to pay back my loan if you basically give me loan. So we call something probability of default model, which is essentially a model that is built to understand the likelihood that someone who is owing will default. If you know that as a bank, then you can put strategies in place to either not give loans to this person or charge a higher interest rate, so that even if you are not able to recoup all your money, your interest rate is enough to cover some of your expenses, right? So those are in the financial sectors. Even in retail, like right now you go to Melcom, they have a lot of things that they sell. It's a huge market. But if you ask the workers, every month there are a lot of things that are spoiling that they just throw away. All right. So if you can forecast using AI at the skill level of every product that you are buying, you can make sure that you look at the customer behavior and bring the right amount of product into your store, and you reduce spoilage. I remember one company that I worked for, using AI to predict and reducing spoilage alone has saved over millions of dollars, in the US. So I can imagine a place like Melcom, if they do this, they can actually do a lot of savings. Even small insurance companies in Ghana that are operating, how can you make sure that you are getting the data of the people that you are insuring? How can you predict the likelihood that these people that are having insurance will file for a claim soon? Because that can help you determine the right premium levels to set. That way, you can make sure that you are in equilibrium, or you are not losing. And there are a lot of applications even outside of business for the country Ghana alone that that we can talk about as well. If you like. One of the things that I have been thinking a lot about is, our biggest sector is agricultural, right? I think that there is massive application of AI in agric that we are not taking advantage of. Many of the local farmers that I have seen, they struggle to even diagnose their crops, their plant and all of that. So imagine that you can build a system where this farmer can take a picture of their crop. Immediately it will tell them, the diseases, that these plants are suffering from, and also recommend a treatment for them in real time. Those are some of the use cases that truly, the country can take advantage of. So it cuts across both in business, in government, in manufacturing, in many sectors.
But the question would be that where do these businesses start from? How do they prepare themselves to tap into this particular, enormous advantages that you've elaborated? Because more often than not, they know that when I implement AI technologies in my operations, I'm going to get A, B, or C. But where do they start from? Is it that they must get some consultant to run them by some of the processes? Maybe you can explain to us because of the experience you've had in the past.
Yeah, so there are two ways to do that. One is you have to employ people that have the experience, that can actually start doing it. So number one, you, the leader of the company, you must believe in that vision that this will bring value. And once you believe that, you must employ people who have the experience to start that, right? So that's one way. So you build an in-house team of people. You can start with like a team of 2 or 3 people, start with data engineer, start with an analyst, and bring people who are experienced to train them. So if you don't have any experienced person, you can bring people to actually train them. So build an in-house team, right? Because that team will help you understand your data systems, how to retrieve data from the system, how to create the right database, how to get the right tools to do, your analytics, how to bring the system in place to build your AI system. So that's one way. The other way is you can just hire consultants. So I know that, KPMG, even PwC have now started, doing consulting in analytics. I myself, I have a few folks that are also in consulting. There are some startups here in Ghana. One of them is Wave 2 Analytics, that is run by somebody that I know, that I am also part of that organization actually, that we actually come to businesses. We basically explain to them the value of data and give them a roadmap where to start from. But it all comes down to understanding the business, believing that data and AI has a useful impact, and then either hiring a consultant to give you the roadmap or building an in-house team. One of the things that I have been willing to do, even sometimes for free, is to go to companies and train people on how to do these types of things to start. So starting is the key. Even if you don't have a perfect situation, just start with 1 or 2 data folks here, and bring experienced people to train them. And then once you start little, you'll be able to improve.
You just mentioned that sometimes you do it for free. What about the people you are not doing it for free for? So talk to me when it comes to the cost bit of it. If people or businesses are trying to get some of these things into motion, in terms of cost, what does it look like? Is it expensive? How much must they set aside from their, business funds to get some of these people, the technologies, and what have you?
Yeah, truly, data science and AI is not cheap. It's expensive, but the return on investment, the ROI, is very huge, right? And so, it depends on the scale of what we are doing. It can range from hundreds of thousands to millions, right? But I know that the ROI on that is very huge, right? But you can also do a low budget one. So, for example, you can hire 1 or 2 people that maybe you are paying them 10,000 cedis a month. Maybe a young, person that has completed a computer science or statistics degree, and then you hire them, but you need to probably invest in someone to train them, right? And then once that is done, you can also invest in systems like database systems to build your data. That can cost maybe, a few tens of thousands, of dollars. But I am not very specific on the amount because it depends on what exactly that you are doing. But you can do a low budget one, even including using open source tools. So right now, there are a lot of tools that are open source that are actually free. So if you pay someone who knows how to use those open source tools, you can start with that. And once you establish the value of that, you can then invest, more and more into this.
I see. So just somewhere last week or last 2 weeks, you held the Data Science Summit and also the Indaba X Ghana, which you are lead organizer there. What was the aim? How long have you been doing this? And what do you really seek to achieve with this Data Science Summit that you organize every now and then?
Yeah, so I co-founded the Ghana Data Science Summit, and the Indaba X Ghana is basically us joining hands with the Deep Learning Indaba organization, which is also an African organization that is driving. Yeah, Indaba is actually a South African, I think it's a Zulu language, it means gathering.
Oh, okay.
Gathering. So this is deep learning gathering. Okay. And deep learning is actually a subset of machine learning. In fact, it's the most powerful machine learning, even based on which GPT and all of those things were built. So
the name was even coined from the AI environment.
Exactly. Yeah. So deep learning in Daba. So we basically partner with Deep Learning Indaba, and so their country program is what is called Indaba X, right? And so the Ghana Data Science Summit Indaba X Ghana has been in existence since 2019, and so this year marks our 5th anniversary celebration, and really our mission is very clear. We want to build capacity in data science from the ground up. We want to train the people here who understand their problems. We want to really train them to use these tools to improve our system here. So that's our mission. The other one is to create awareness for our leaders, for our business leaders and directors and CEOs to know the value, of these things. So, so far we've been able to impact over 1,500, participants over the years cumulatively, and 60% of these are actually students. And this year we actually held this conference in KNUST, and as a matter of fact, this is the first time we've taken this outside of Accra. All the other 4 years we've had them in Accra, and the purpose of taking it to KNUST is to actually bring more diversity, reach out to more people. And this year our theme actually was basically unleashing the potential of AI through grassroots engagement, which is very important, because without really engaging the people that we are building the AI systems for, you will build a system that will not really work with them. Imagine someone in America built a self-driving car where the roads are very smooth, and then you come here and then you are in the Baoleshi to Damfa Road, and there are potholes. Exactly. In that case, how can that self-driving car actually work on that, right? So we want to engage the grassroots. We want them to understand the technology, the benefits of it, and learn really how to build it on their own. So far, I think that our mission, we've done so much well in terms of reaching out to more people, particularly students and women, and making sure that people from different places come together to learn. And our flagship program, I really want to say this because this is what I think we can make more impact, is we've launched a mentoring program as our flagship program for the 5th year anniversary celebration, where we will be mentoring people who raise their hands that, I need a mentor. So we have a form on our website. You can fill the form and you'll be assigned to a mentor. That mentor can be in anywhere in the world. You have mentors from Nigeria, from Ghana, from the US, from the UK, anywhere. And you will be asking them any question and they will be directing you in your journey. We believe that just having an annual conference once a year will not cut it. Yeah, so we really need to have something that is more continuous. So this year we've launched the Deep Learning Indaba X Ghana mentoring program, and we are inviting and encouraging both mentors and mentees to apply. So with this, we believe that we'll be able to continue to build more capacity and create awareness about AI and machine learning and how we can use that in Ghana here.
And so this mentoring is the new kid on the block, I believe. Is this just a self-initiative, or you have partners, you have government agencies supporting you?
So our biggest partner is the Deep Learning Indaba Foundation and the educational institution that we've collaborated with over the years. So, for example, this year, our partner is the Responsible AI Lab in KNUST. I'm not sure you are aware of them, but they have set up, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology have set up a Responsible AI Lab, which is really, has a mission to encourage the building of responsible AI here in Ghana, and so they are one of our partners. So we'll be partnering with them. The Deep Learning Indaba actually has a lot of experts that we tap into for mentoring and for speaking in our conferences. We've had connections with Ashesi University of Ghana, so we'll be partnering with those as well. We don't have a government partner yet, but we are hopeful that we'll be able to get some of these government partners to join us. One of our other big partners I want to mention is the GIZ. I don't know if you heard of GIZ, Fair Forward. They are one of our partners. Their goal is to drive equitable use of AI throughout the world, and so they are one of our huge partners. They've actually sponsored our conference this year at KNUST as well.
Okay, so Delali, there are some good works you are doing in terms of the adoption and development of AI, not just in Ghana, but also the African continent. We are wrapping up, so I just want to pick your thoughts briefly in terms of concluding remarks. We are talking about artificial intelligence in Ghana, the way forward, the current situation. What are the priority areas when it comes to the adoption, when it comes to the development? What do you see is the future?
Yeah. In terms of, the big priority areas in my concluding remarks, I would say as a country, we need to look at areas where, we have huge opportunities. And in my opinion, I see agriculture as one of the big areas. I can't believe that we still import huge amounts of food for us to eat. Plus, we have vast amounts of land. So I feel like AI can actually help us scale our agricultural productions. We can use AI to understand soil quality, for harvesting, for disease detection. We can just really implement AI to really improve our agricultural sector. That's number one. Number two is healthcare. We need to be strong to work. And I think that in Ghana here, healthcare can actually improve using data and AI. I know that the doctor to patient ratio here is very small. So basically, maybe one doctor, 1,000 patients. Meanwhile, in other countries, you have one doctor, 20 patients, right? So the way we can scale our doctors here is to build AI system to assist them so that one doctor can actually help many patients. So, we can use, AI systems for our diagnosis. We can use AI systems to even read, scans, images, and AI will write the report for us and the doctor will just check and confirm. That's where the doctor can reach many people. Even in India, I saw in the news that India has actually used AI to basically predict blindness, because they realize that blindness is caused by certain type of diabetic, right? So many countries are already using AI in healthcare. So in addition to agriculture, I think healthcare is another area that Ghana can take advantage of. But we can't do all of these things without having the right data, the right healthcare data, the right data on agriculture. So I will end by saying that healthcare and agriculture are the two major places. But we need to first start by building the data set, building the infrastructure, so that students and researchers can use these systems to learn and improve on our healthcare and agriculture. I can go on and on and on, but those are the top two, in my opinion, that we can
I know
we
the
can do that.
conversation has actually started. AI, data science is not something that we can just finish in 30 minutes. I'm sure you are going to visit us once again when you are able to go through with the mentoring and some of the great things you are doing as far as Indaba X Ghana is concerned. But that's Delali Agbenyega. He is a data science leader as well as the team lead of data scientists at Shopify. He has over 15 years of multiple industry experience. The course he says he's passionate about and is pursuing is how everyone, individuals, businesses, and organizations can take advantage of the benefits of AI while minimizing its negative impact. This year also is the 5th anniversary of the group that he's actually formed, that's Indaba X Ghana. They are celebrating their 5th anniversary, which is under the theme Unleashing the Power of Artificial Intelligence through Grassroots Engagement. Well over 5 years of experience in the setting up of this organization, thousands of researchers, experts, and students from all over Ghana and Africa have benefited from his enormous tutelage. But this has been the Citi Business Edition on 97.3 Citi FM, talking about AI and data science. My name is Neil Atilat. I'm grateful that you tune in. Catch you some other time. Bye for now.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hello, let's get into the very latest from the world of sports, and I am Bernard Abekootri. We start from Pram and Western Regions. Benedict Afo scored in injury time as they capped a dominant performance to clinch the 2024 KGL Foundation Inter-Regional Under-17 Colts Championship title with a deserved 2-1 win over Eastern Region in Pram. The game was held at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence, with this year's edition highlighting several talented players who will be groomed for the various national youth teams. Here's what Nana Odro Safo, the chairman of the Under-17 Colts Championship, had to say to City Sports.
We've had an improvement on what we did in Kumasi, and we are happy we got these results. In Ghana, there's a perception that coach football is dead. We don't play coach football, but this is a competition that we have played. This is the 4th edition from this administration, and then we will always want to showcase that we have talents. So by picking talents to fix in our junior national age competitions, we need to organize such competitions. We recently organized the Under-15 girls. We've organized KGL boys, and we are going to organize Under-15 boys somewhere next 2 weeks here. So I think it's something that's like a talent hunt. The TV have been doing talent hunt in music and other things. This is a talent hunt in football, and I think it's going well.
The championship not only had young footballers display their talent, but also saw the Catch Them Young refereeing policy also take effect. Here's the technical instructor for the Catch Them Young refereeing policy, Jones Akubium.
Yeah, you realize that the Catch Them Young will deal with age group. And if it is U17, the referee should also fall within that age so that they will see themselves as equals. Now, the game of sports, if they are equals, normally the grounds is fair for each and every one. Now, going forward, from here, those who are doing well will graduate. As we speak now, the Division 1 Super League is ongoing. They are from these very products. Have you seen it? Then from there, those who will be successful will go in for the FIFA Young Talent and so on and so forth. So it is a program that is to give the young ones the chance to also exploit whatever talent that they have so far as refereeing is concerned.
Away from that, Ghana's Black Princesses have finally received their outstanding bonuses owed them by the Sports Ministry for their qualification to the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Each player was initially promised $6,000 for their role in the qualifying round, but ultimately received a revised amount of $4,500. The timely payment comes just as the Black Princesses prepare to represent Ghana at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Colombia, starting on August 31. The Black Princesses of Ghana are in Group E alongside Japan, Austria and New Zealand in the Under-20 Women's World Cup. To the sad story, and former CAF President Isaiah Atu died last night after a long illness 1 day before his 78th birthday. The Cameroonian was the long-serving president of the Confederations of African Football for 29 years from 1988 until his surprise ouster in 2017. He also served as acting FIFA president from 2015 to 2016 after Sepp Blatter was suspended by the World Football Governing Body. To the Olympics now, and Botswana's Leslie Tebogo claimed a surprise 200-meter gold medal as Noah Lyles was denied a sprint double at Paris 2024. Tebogo stormed clear of his rival to clock an African record of 19.46 seconds and finish ahead of America's Kenneth Bednarek, who crossed the line in 19.62 seconds. Yes, Tebogo after the race.
I believe she could be one of the happiest people on the planet because she believed in me and I had so much doubt for myself.
I forgot to state my name. Robert Johnson, Let'sRun.com. One more question. As a junior, you were more known as a 100-meter runner. And that was your better event, and you were getting silver in the 200. Now as a professional, it's changed. What explains that? And do you think of yourself now as being better at the 200 than the 100?
I would say the 100 is too tactical. You have to perfect everything. So the 200 is more of everybody's race, so you could correct along the way as you go through to the line. So I would say both ways I'll still be there on the finals.
Well, away from Botswana's Lasili Tibogo, let's enter into some basketball events. And a star-studded United States side showed their quality when it mattered as they fought back from a 13-point deficit in the final quarter to beat Serbia in a thrilling men's basketball semi-final. The vast array of NBA superstars led by LeBron James and Steph Curry trailed 76-63 after 3 quarters, but they turned up the heat and turned around the deficit to win 95-91 at a noisy Bessie Arena. To some transfers, and West Ham are now working to finalize a deal with Nice for central defender, that's Jean-Claire Todibo, who had been targeted by Manchester United and Juventus. They had an agreement earlier this summer for a loan with an option to buy for £27 million. That's your sport. For more sports stories, log on to citisportsonline.com. Join us later at 5 p.m. for the very latest in the world of sport. Thanks to Shell, Lecheho, and Zonda. We've got Sports Panorama later at 7 p.m. for the big discussions. I am Bernard Baker. Sport is live. Get involved.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
If you need unique services,
come to Let's go.
Innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Even when you're stuck with nothing,
come to Let's go.
No matter your situation,
come to Let's go.
Let's go, we improve your life.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Let's go, we improve your life.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years? I just got awarded the deal. But the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, poor pickups, 4-land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks, made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office? Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks, located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501 772 222 or 0501 773 333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adapted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This is a special security announcement. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar proofing, announces big discounts on all sliding security barriers, roller shutters, and clear guards to protect homes and offices from criminals. Trelidor is fighting rising prices by offering big savings and lower prices. Be safe, secure your premises. Google Trelidor or call 0561 24 24 24. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar proofing.
Hey, we see you speccing your car, taking that trip, chilling on the beach. Charlie, now we want to see this become your story. Simply use your ABSA card 10 times or more and you'll be entered into a monthly draw where you stand the chance to be among 5 lucky winners to take home 40,000 Ghana cedis. The more you use your card, the more entries you'll receive. Earn an extra entry by using the ABSA app or internet banking 5 times or more. No ABSA card? Don't worry. Visit the nearest branch for an ABSA account or card today and make winning part of your story. Promotion is between 1st July and 31st October. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
The grand finale of the Literacy Challenge 2024 is here. Congratulations to our top 10 finalists. But the big question is, who out of our top 10 wins the ultimate prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis, the Glitzy Trophy, and the bragging rights as the Literacy Challenge winner for 2024? Support your favorite student, support your school, and let's promote literacy in Ghana. Tune in live to Channel 1 TV for the grand finale on Saturday, 17th August 2024 at 12 noon. Call 0205-973-973 for more details. The Literacy Challenge 2024 is powered by Citi FM, supported by Channel 1 TV, and is sponsored by Ghana National Gas Company, Alive Soap. Feel fresh, feel alive. From the House of Wilma Africa Limited. Fortune spread for bread. Yummy, delicious, always on point. Another quality product from Wilma Africa Limited. Ribby Biscuits by M4 Foods and Prospectus Ghana Limited. Your one-stop shop for all school items.
Calling all shoppers. This month at Oka Decor, we have an offer that you simply cannot resist. Enjoy an irresistible 20% off a huge variety of stylish and modern furniture. Visit Oka Decor on Spintex Road to enjoy our irresistible offers.
Akaya by Trasaco invites you to experience with your ears true
exclusive
recreational living. Observe the lush green landscapes.
Oh, so green.
And our private 19-seater movie theater.
We have a movie night.
Get sweaty in our fully equipped
It
gym.
has everything.
Because there's no place like a home from Akaya by Trasaco. To find out more about our exclusive homes, visit akayabytrasaco.com. Akaya by Trasaco. More than you imagined.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Movement, one real homogenia,
Ian in the movement. Samini with the movement. Zonda Ghana with the movement. Lesheho with the movement. They brought us kickoff early on. In a world where dreams are the driving force, one company stands out as the hope of transformation. Zonda Ghana Limited, your one-stop shop for quality trucks like Shantui bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, TX trucks, and oil tanks, all made and assembled right here in Ghana. At Zonda Ghana Limited, we do not only create opportunities and empower people, but also we provide top-notch after-sales service for all your heavy and light-duty trucks and machinery needs. Visit us today at any of our 7 branches around the country and also at the head office of the Tema Aflao Road, close to the Free Zones Enclave Tema. Call us now on 050-177-2222 or 050-177-3333. Zonda Ghana, built in Ghana, building Ghana. And if you're ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to prosperity, which I know you are, you want to watch your investment grow with confidence, Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is your best option. You're not just investing, you're making your money work harder for you so you can watch your wealth grow. So don't settle for average returns. Join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution and take charge of your financial future. Call us now on 02700407999 or send us a WhatsApp on 02700407333 to learn more. Invest wisely, invest with Lesheho. Lesheho, let's improve life. Powder bitch, where could I got it? I've been for pampine, when my lama say, ice water, me enjoy. Kaya yo, kaya no. Oya boga, obi susu bola. Oya watch my down, what to get? Kalam say, anasakawa. Some of the movements is dedications. Some people are celebrating their wedding anniversaries. Others are celebrating their birthdays. We are happy to dedicate some time to them and celebrate them with you. And so the number is 0549986996, 0549986996. You can send your shout outs and dedications through that number and we will do well to celebrate them for you. Good morning, Bernard.
Thank you, Caleb. Let me do a few. Help me wish a dear sister and friend Na Ameli Saki, CEO of Strategia Limited, a belated happy birthday. Okay. Keep being an amazing and beautiful soul. Now, cheers to more wishes from Fatima. Then there's a whole list of requests coming. This one is happy birthday to Dr. Joe Anochi, Director General of the National Communication Authority. We are blessed to have an inspirational leader like you as our boss. We appreciate you and ask for God's grace, blessing, and protection for you from the engineering division of NCA. And then a wonderful and happy birthday to Osofo God's Power Anobil of the ABYC ministry. You're a great preacher who is passionate about the youth and ministry. I'm honored to have met you. Keep up the amazing work. God bless you from Araba and all your children from ABYC. And then this is an interesting one. Today is the 25th year of Efua working at MTN. She's been there for many, many years, and she's thankful to God.
She's been working at MTN for 25 years.
Wow, Efua. Congratulations. Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We celebrate you.
25 years.
No, you're a big woman.
MTN.
Yeah.
She's a very inspirational leader in that space.
Nice one.
Congratulations to you, Efua. May God give you many more years of long life.
There are a few more as well.
Let me add
Sky.
this one. This one says, happy birthday to Kwesi Asamani Idumante and also to Mami Ya Ahenkra Anane of the Financial Advisory Department of Deloitte right here in Ghana.
Nice.
It's coming in from your country managing partner, Daniel Kojo Owusu, and all staff. They are celebrating you. They say you guys are amazing, amazing human beings.
Nice one. Guess what? Kofi and Mary Asari-Yabua are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been together for 50 years,
Long
5
before
decades.
many of us were born.
Yeah.
Wow.
So happy anniversary to Kofi and Mary Asari-Yabua, celebrating 50 years.
This one says, happy birthday to this big-time policy expert, security consultant and education expert called Caleb Nash Adipa.
Nice one.
It's coming in from your friends. They're celebrating you today. This one says, help me wish my lovely wife, Mrs. Sarah Opong, CEO of Book Farm, a happy birthday, wife of my youth and mother of my trio.
Yes,
Sarah has been a rock to the family and we love her so much. To you, my beautiful queen, may God continue to bless you abundantly. Cheers to 100 more years. It's coming in from Harry, your husband, Ohini, Irama, and Ura.
Yesterday was also the birthday of one insurance consultant who uses social media very effectively to help people. His name is Isaac Amowa. Isaac, happy birthday belated to you.
And finally, Constance Adokaili Kwesi of Adenta.
Adokaili.
Adokaili. Okay.
Kwesi sounds like Equiapimo.
Okay.
Ghana, there you can have anything.
It says, I wish my son, Alexander Kwesi, a happy birthday. I thank God for his life. May he continue to bless him with his grace and protection. And this one says, we are 16 years in marriage today.
Wow.
That's Mr. and Mrs. Annan. And they are celebrating themselves and also blessing God for how far he has brought them. And finally, good morning. Please wish Mr. Kenneth Kwanzaa, the Central Regional Youth Organizer of the MPP, a happy birthday. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep him.
Wonderful. Alright, so a few quick announcements. Launch your career, start your own business, or embark on advanced studies within 6 months of graduation with an Ashesi education from Accra to Nairobi, from London to New York. Ashesi graduates are noticed and they're leading successful careers. Regardless of what you choose to study, an Ashesi education gives you a strong foundation for life. So visit ashesi.edu.gh. Learn more about the Ashesi advantage. Remember, admissions are ongoing. And VW is excited to announce the 40K promo campaign. For every T-Cross subcompact crossover SUV you buy, save 40,000 Ghana cedis. For every Amarok pickup you buy, save 40,000 cedis. Take advantage now. Drive Ghana, drives Volkswagen. You can call or WhatsApp 025 79 56 688 for more information. And your energy-giving, great tasting Lucozade has a new look. Now, whether you're out and about in the office, in school, or even in a trot, no need to worry. Restore your energy with a now sleeker, slimmer Lucozade original 330 ml can. Now, grab that can and discover the same unbeatable energy with every sip. Lucozade, restore your energy.
Nice And if you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams. Enjoy all these and more, plus 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards. For more information, call us now on 020-960-7008 or visit www.lancaster.edu.ga. You can also email us admissions@lancaster.edu.ga. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. And if you're dreaming of being the next millionaire in town, Telecel More Money promo is getting exciting. 2 lucky winners have been awarded 30,000 Ghana cedis each already. 1 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs, and it could be you. You simply just have to reload your mobile using Telecel Cash Wallet and be part of the daily and weekly draw. You could win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis every week. Purchase data or airtime using your Telecel Cash Wallet and double your chances. If you made payments onto your fixed broadband, that also increases your chances. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning. To opt in for free, dial *500# or send WIN to 500 or visit the Telecel Play app. It's a promo regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T's and C's apply. Telecel is connecting energy. And tell you what, big as dreams start small. And this long vacation, you enroll your children or wards on the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program from July 15 to September 15, 2024, and you enable them to gain valuable work experience. We have 2 accounts. The Kids First account, this is for those 12 years and below, and the Me First account is for teenagers 13 to 17. Deposit 300 Ghana cedis into their account and you apply. Your child or ward will get 5-day exciting internship at any of our branches. There's an essay competition. If they win some cash as well. To find out more First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program, please call 0596921921 or email firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank Ghana, you first.
I want to do 3 quick things.
Okay.
First, I want to congratulate Manasseh Azura winning on his book.
Congratulations.
I was there yesterday. Had to leave before it ended. I like it when journalists write books, proper books. It's a big book, well written, well researched, really interesting to read. And I urge all those who are interested in knowledge to get a copy, particularly young journalists. You learn a lot. So congratulations, Manasseh, for flying the flag high and for challenging us all the time. So it was a very well attended event. And for me, when you see the turnout of people, it tells you that a lot of Ghanaians are interested in the work we do as journalists. A lot of Ghanaians want to support what we do. I met a guy who is a civil engineer who was working on his project site, and he says he just heard of the program and decided to come and support.
Wow.
And that of course, I was standing outside, so a lot of them were talking to me. It's like, hey, where's Guy? Where are your guys? You know, it was very good to see people valuing the work of journalism. That it's a profession that hopefully after we are long gone will reassert its place. You know, when I was talking to Kuda Akwankwa, I was talking about how in those days everybody had to either do law or medicine or engineering. And somehow, he said, in fact, there was one big politician who was a lawyer, whose son did journalism, and the man was so sad that,
you have
how can I
disappointed
train
me
you like this and you go and do journalism? So sometimes the way a profession is perceived is based on how the leading lights conduct themselves.
That's true.
And so I want to thank God for Manasseh and say, look, keep doing what you're doing. Not everybody will be your friend. The work we do, we are not here to make friends. We are here to throw light. So keep up the good work. I'm really proud of your work. Congratulations. Now, that's the first one.
Yes.
The second one is, this one, they didn't ask me to do, I'm just doing it because I think it's a good thing. Charles Antipim is a good friend of mine. He creates a science set.
The science sets, yes.
And that thing has grown so much. They've created curriculum for basically experiment packs for various stages.
Oh.
All right. So if you have grade 3 science, they have a set. You can do experiments, understand science from a very practical and organic way. I think it's one of the things we need to do on a massive national scale to get our kids to understand science. Now, he hasn't asked me to do this, so I'm just going to mention it once. He's doing, and this is for parents who have kids at home who don't know what to do with them.
Okay. This vacation in particular, a lot of drama happening home.
Now and end of August, early September. He's doing what he calls the DEXT camp.
Okay.
DEXT camp.
Okay.
They are charging for it. I won't mention the amount. It's not too much. I'm going to give the email address.
Okay.
Because he hasn't asked me to put a number out. I'm going to call the email address. If you want your kids' grade, so this is ages maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to 16. All right. So maybe from grade 2, 3, all the way to grade 9.
Right.
They will take them through sound, light, STEM, and inclusivity. Very interesting topics like the sound energy, robots, coding, visualizing sound. And then when they come to light, they will discuss things like light energy, human sense, visualizing sound, interdisciplinary application, all those things. And they also do STEM things. Sky, I think your daughter can even go. Send an email to hello at thescienceset.com.
Hello at thescienceset.com.
Limited places available. It's a 3-week day camp on science. And I like what Charles does, and I just want to give. He didn't ask me to do this. I'm just doing it. So they bring you bring the kids in the morning, and then they go in the evening. If you want to stay, I think there's a different arrangement. I don't know, but it's basically day camp. They come. I think they come at 10 and they go at 3 p.m.
Where's the venue?
It's coded, so it's because they are doing coding. So just but it's in Accra.
Send the message to the WhatsApp number.
They are doing that East Legon. So you can send an email to hello HELLO at thescienceset.com.
Okay.
So that's 10 in the morning to 3. Now, if your kids are still at home stressing, you don't know what to do with them. This is another one. My friend Lawrence Parison.
Oh,
he's a coach. He has a football academy called Total Talent Academy.
Total Talent Academy.
You know, when Parison was a goalkeeper, a volleyball player, a basketball player, javelin. He was everything. He was in my class. We was in the same class for 3 years. We did general arts. He went to the US to do chemistry. Chemistry that I didn't understand. He went to do chemistry too. He's a whole different human being. He has a football academy called Total Talent Academy. He's doing a football day camp. Between the beginning of August to middle of September. Again, this is targeted at those whose kids are home just worrying you eating food from the fridge and not doing anything.
They're not contributing anything.
Go and buy football. Go and buy football boots for them. And then the camp is Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Oh, nice.
Thursday 3 to 6 p.m.
Nice.
Friday 3 to 6 p.m. Saturday morning 7 to 9 a.m. Just send them. They are sub school. For this one, I'll give a phone number because I think this one is a good one. Again, and girls can also come. By the way, both events are for both boys and girls.
Boys and girls, yeah.
So there are girls in the football camp. They all wear the jersey. They all play the ball.
And this one is at where the venue?
Sub school, Teshinungwa Estate. Now the reason I like sub school is that Godfrey, a lot of the football academies, they are doing Astro, but as for Total Talent, it does raw grass, and it's a big park.
It's nice.
And Godfrey will tell you if you want your kids to learn football, they should play on grass. You know, I'm not saying AstroTurf is bad, but for a young player,
it's bad.
Okay, fine.
Be confident and say.
So, for Total Talent, it's a park and it's grass, normal grass, very big park. They have under 8, under 10, and under 13. Good. So this one is from now till 15th September. Thursdays, Friday, Saturday. I'm going to announce the phone number. And I think the rate is only 300 cedis or something. It's not a lot of money. So you can call this number 020-2255-480. All right. So those of you who want your kids to go for the Total Talent Football Academy, 020-2255-480 or 0208-132673. So that's the plug for my friends. So call and say, Bernard said we should come and play football.
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So those are the 2 things I've done. I've done my
yeah, but based on that, today's a very happy. You like Fridays, because we don't have to do too much. And today, if you are in Gaborone, which is the capital of Botswana, it's a holiday, half day.
Today's a holiday.
Yes, the president. So there's a very thoughtful message from the president.
Wow.
Because they are athletes yesterday at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Let's see, Toboko. won the 200 meters gold medal. And the president says, His Excellency, this is from his secretary, Dr. Mokwetsi Eric Kabiatse Masisi, President of the Republic of Botswana, hereby declares to the nation that he has found it a fitting tribute to Mr. Letsile Teboko, Botswana sensation, to grant Botswana and residents an afternoon day off.
Thank you.
On this very day, Friday, the 9th August 2024.
Wow.
The decision has been duly made to recognize and honor Letsile Teboko as the first Botswana and first African to win a gold medal for 200 meters in the history of the Olympics. Furthermore, the president underscores, recognizes, and acknowledges Letsile's performance and achievements as markedly outstanding and deserving of the nation to pause and celebrate.
Wow.
To pause and celebrate him in the most unique, appropriate, and responsible manner.
Wow.
That will be etched in the annals of the history of the Republic.
I love it.
Accordingly, His Excellency President Masisi wishes to state that on behalf of all the citizenry, he applauds Letsile and gives thanks unceasingly to his late mother.
Wow.
Oh,
man.
Why, he lost his mom?
Yes, he lost his mom a month and a half ago.
How old is he?
He's 23.
Oh, is he not the one who has his mother's date of birth on his
shoes?
Wow.
But you need to tell me about that. But let's go back to this. First African to win 200 gold.
Yes.
So Frankie Fredericks never did a gold.
No, silver.
Frankie Fredericks was always silver.
So Frankie did 2 silvers.
And Frankie Fredericks is Namibia.
Yes.
Have we ever had African 100 gold?
No, you go far away.
So what about women? Have we had a gold Olympic or World Championship woman? Unless maybe
from Africa?
Yes, maybe the Nigerian.
In the sprint, no.
The Nigerian lady, the tall one.
Amushan is hurdle, so she sprint.
Okay.
Yes.
But we've not had a 100 gold
straight sprint, no.
For 100 or 200.
No.
200. So how big an upset was it? You know, news is very funny. When I was reading prior to the race, everybody was saying their favorite is Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether they were right in saying this.
Yeah, well,
because he won the 100 by a hair's breadth.
Yeah, but the 200 is his event. You know, kind of like everybody knew Usain.
It's 200.
It's 200. Even though he owned the 100 like nobody else.
So 200
his first event was the 200. Noah had always been a 200 and recently added the 100. And his objective was to become Olympic champion, and he's done that.
So, but okay. So you need to help me do a few things.
Okay.
This 100 was the closest 100 final in a long time.
Yeah, it was very close.
Because the first and the last, there was 0.12 seconds between them.
Yeah, basically everybody ran. I think from the
everybody ran below 10 seconds.
Yes, everybody did a sub 9.
Wow.
And from first to last was 0.12 seconds.
Like photo finish.
First point, were you surprised at Lyles winning the 100 before I even come to the 200?
Yes, I was.
Because who are you tipping for the 100?
I was tipping him, Kishane Thompson, based on sheer form. But as I watched the races, and I did tweet it, I felt the pressure of the day was going to get to Kishane. And I saw it in the semi-finals, you know. And I felt Lyles' superior experience in such events gave him an advantage over Kishane. And it showed in the final because Kishane hadn't been put in a situation where somebody chased him from end to end. Normally, people give up around the 70, 80
So he was in the lead.
He was in the lead. But Lyles kept pushing him. Now, with that kind of stress, it affects your form.
Even the way you run.
That's something, your running form.
Which is why he couldn't push out his chest.
Exactly.
His foot
you know, it was
second point, what happened to Oblique? Because I was telling some people that I thought Oblique Seville would win because his semi-final was the fastest.
Yes.
And he looked very confident.
Yes, and
what happened to him?
It's one of those things.
He wilted in the final.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You see, it's always also about the start. He has a reputation for an excellent start, but somehow
he didn't start well.
It didn't look like he started well in the final. His usually excellent start did not show.
Third question: why was Lyles declared winner of a race when the foot of the Jamaican crossed the line first?
Yes, because the torso has always been used as the measuring point of.
So torso means from waist up.
Up, yes.
Includes your head.
Yes.
This is why the athletes dip.
That's why they would tell you the athletes dip.
But if you run with your legs, why shouldn't your legs be the first to cross the line? I mean, this is common sense to me. I'm not an athlete, but Caleb, you run with your legs.
Yeah.
Your feet. So if your foot crosses the line, you've won, right?
Yeah, I'm sure there's an explanation for it. I haven't.
Maybe there's sciences to explain to us.
I haven't. No. I'm sure it's technical. I'm sure it's technical. I'm sure it's technical. Yes.
Maybe people with bigger feet will then win.
Not necessarily. Maybe perhaps.
Or running style.
Yes. So I have a.
Or you have to be upright.
I could check up on this.
You know why? Yesterday there was another race that I saw. I think it was the 200. No, not the 200. There was a race. I think it was I forget the race. But the guy who was third, he dipped his head very low. It was the hurdles. The hurdles. There was a guy who was third, and he basically dipped his head even below, like Odiniti bar form, and he still was given second. You know, so it seems to me as if there's some explanation that needs to be done there. Yeah. Now let's come to the 200. Who is this Lesile Tebogo guy?
Teboko.
Yeah.
Well, he's been one of the sprint sensations of the past 5 years. Since I think he's been a president since he was around 17. You know, particularly with the 200, made his name with the 200.
But you know, athletes look muscular, and
he's
they are bulky. He looks very skinny.
Yeah, he's skinny. You know, but he has a unique running style. He's very lithe.
He's light.
Yeah.
So he glides on the pitch.
You know, he looks really, really elegant when he's.
So where was he born, and was he trained in Botswana?
Yes, he was. You know, and yesterday there was an interesting comment. You know, because we've spoken a lot of times about state involvement in these moments, and that they never happen by accident. You just asked me, who is this guy? This guy has been training for this moment since he was 17 years old, perhaps even longer. You know. His country has spent a lot of time. He's a product of a system. He's not unique. If you remember, do you remember an athlete called Amantle Monto?
Yes.
Zimbabwe. Botswana.
Botswana.
Do you remember Isaac Mapala?
Also from
Botswana.
One did 400.
That was Nigel Amos. 400.
Botswana. There was a lady.
Yeah,
a woman.
That's Amantle Monto.
Yes.
That I was just
also, they've been.
That's what the point I've been trying to make. If you look at it, they have found a way of, and there's a kid called Colin something. His last name is a bit complicated. I can't pronounce it, you know. But the point is, if you look at them, they found a way to produce these 400-meter runners to sprinters. 400. They found
so Amos was initially 800,
and then came to 400 as well.
And then the woman was 400.
Yes, Amantle was that.
So this is for the past decade or so.
Yes, so the past, let's say from 2012, they found, because Nigel Amos emerged as an 18-year-old in 2012, if I'm not mistaken, yes. You know, they've been able to put together this run, and he has become the consummation of that process with this.
What are they doing? Are they bringing world-class people to Botswana? Are they sending them to the US? Are they feeding them something different?
It's the support system. These guys can afford to be full-time athletes. Okay. In their country.
As against our people?
Yes, in their country. So
you can't be a full-time athlete here?
Who supports you?
So the people who run for us, they are not full-time athletes?
No, they are not full-time athletes. They work. They
have to support
themselves. Yeah, and it's expensive. Look, there is room, and I'll divide this conversation into two. The process of becoming the elite athlete that we are, the athletes that we are watching and admiring and enjoying, is not a simple one, and it's a very expensive process. Some of the athletes are a product of their schools, a product of their family's wealth, a product of crowdfunding for some of them, and a product of their states as well. It's a mix.
So it's not one size fits all.
It's not.
But for an African success story, the government has to be involved.
Yes, because somebody needs to take up the slack of your daily life for you to be able to train. You see, here's the thing: coaches are expensive, particularly the good ones. Now that coach needs to be a full-time coach to focus on.
Are you talking about a national coach or a personal coach?
Whichever coach you have. Your coach could be a national coach. Okay. Some of the best sprinters have coaches who are not national coaches.
So they have personal coaches?
They have personal coaches. The person who, because most of them run for clubs, kind of like football.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so every sprint club, if Atta Mensah runs Atta Mensah Sprint Club, if I've heard about his methods. If I
can enlist your son there?
Yes, I can enlist him there, but I have to pay him. So he will charge me by the hour. So every hour he will say that he will charge me 300 cedis.
For an hour of training.
For an hour of training. So if he trains my son 2 hours a day, that's 600 cedis a day.
So which is why I talk of personal. So if you talk about, for example, individuals, sometimes their parents can invest.
Exactly.
Or the state can then decide to take them up.
So if you take, let's say, Topoko, for instance, when he talks about his mother used to basically do everything. Single mother with a son and a daughter. And she would run around to make sure that he was able to train.
Wow.
Focus on being a world-class athlete.
Was he in the university system or something?
In Botswana, yes.
Botswana. He looks so young. He's
still young.
Skinny.
And I'm saying there's even one who is coming. I think Colin will end up being better than Tepoko. And Colin is 17 or 18.
But South Africans have not been known to produce sprinters. As in, the way I see
it. Southern Africa.
Yes, we are the people who produce the 100 and 200. Nigeria, Ghana, and Liberia, and
but
Cote d'Ivoire and things.
No, but hold it. You just mentioned Frankie Fredericks.
He's an outlier.
Not necessarily. Remember Zambia's Matete?
Sama Matete.
400 meter hurdles.
You're right. So it's very good. So the East Africans do the distance, but Southern
Africans produce the middle, the
they can 400s,
do both. 200s. If they are good, they are good. Akani Simbine has been elite for a very long time.
He actually, I was surprised he didn't get a medal.
Yes, Akani Simbine has been elite for a very long time. So everybody seems to have found a way.
So what happened to Ghana? So Azameti was in a semi-final.
Yes.
He qualified well in the heat. He was second.
Let me do
what
this
happened
for
to
you.
him?
Let me do this for you. Let me start from the 4x1s. The 4x1s, look, the team needs to own the mistake that they made.
The first baton change.
The baton change. We can blame a lot of things, but this was a very technical thing that they have prepared for. I think that they should own that part.
Who's the four athletes or the coaches?
All of them. The team. That's why I mentioned the team.
Whole team.
The whole team should own the poor baton change because we had seen this happen before.
All Africa Games.
Yes. And so why was it not fixed? Because you will find you at least they had preparation in the build up to this. If not enough, they had a certain level of preparation to get the baton change right.
Charlie.
Okay. That is at the heart of the relay. The relay is it's not about speed, it's about synchronicity.
That thing paid me too much.
As well. So I think that I would perhaps stand outside and say, look, you guys, a lot of you guys are saying there was noise in the stadium.
But everybody was running with the noise.
Exactly.
How can you say there was noise in the stadium?
Athletes, the men, own that. But that does not take away from the difficulties these young men have faced in getting to this point. Okay. Most of them, once they graduate from the US school system, have to fend for themselves. And as somebody had written, somebody who knows them well, one drives an Uber.
Are you serious?
To look after himself.
One of our relay people drives an Uber.
Yes. Oh. So when is he going to train? Okay. Azamati,
in the US or in Ghana?
Yeah, in the US. Azamati has been able to get an endorsement with Oakley. It pays for some of the things. He has the apparel deal as well with.
He graduated from
A6.
Texas,
yes,
something A&M
as well.
Or something.
But these things he has to travel for
all these meets, Diamond League
to qualify and all those things. He has to pay a trainer for some of these things. What
Uber driver. So basically, Uber driver, they run Olympics for we.
And it's what cost. If you remember,
it's not. That is serious. Uber.
We had a very good women's relay team.
People
were asking what happened to them because almost all of them, as soon as school ended, had to fend for themselves.
Why?
Because Abrabo.
But why can't the country fend for them?
Abrabo. That's the question you must ask. That what is the system? That's why we talk about structure.
You have athletes who all Africa Games got a silver in 4x1.
That's where the structure.
You have a 200-meter runner who won gold in all Africa Games. You have a relay team who did very well. So you know that relay is your event. Why should your relay athletes be paying for their own training and driving Uber? Like what do we want? Okay, so wait.
The process.
So just help me.
I'm helping you.
I don't want to personalize this, but I'm sure the officials who went to the games.
I'll get to that too.
Don't you think it's better to spend that money to train the athlete than to take a plane and go and watch the game?
Which is why.
Seriously, let's be. Why should officials go and watch games of athletes they've not trained and not paid for their training? Why should somebody driving Uber at the same time running for Ghana?
This conversation we are having myself, yourself, Samuel, we've had this conversation in this studio several times. You see, winning an Olympic medal, and that is why it's the epoch of an athlete's life.
I am so hurt.
You calm down for me. Give me 1 minute. Because it's a lifetime of work. It can take you 10 years to win one Olympic medal in some of the events. So the athletes spend a lot of time building towards just that one moment, because it's every 4 years. You might have only one chance in that cycle to do that. So what does our system have in place? Yesterday, somebody shared a part of our system is the inter-schools.
Yeah.
We tried with the NISAC. Yeah. It's part of putting in a structure to help. Why? Because it provides a certain element of world-class preparation that these of competition that these children will not see. Now, if those kids are in Jamaica, their mates in Jamaica are running world-class youth times at the same level. Yesterday, Greater Accra and Tako at Elwak, everybody saw the footage. Somebody was running the sprint in socks.
Charlie,
one was running barefoot. This is Greater Accra. Hold on.
Greater Accra what?
Yes.
In Tako? Yes. They run socks?
Yes, somebody was running in socks.
And the coaches allowed it?
There are no starting blocks for some of them. They don't know how to use the starting blocks.
And they are athletes?
Exactly. So it's part of the structure. So when is this person going to learn how to run in spikes? Learn how to use a starting block? Learn the technique for a long jump or a high jump or a pole vault? Because it looked like these are 16, 17-year-olds who have clearly no idea. Obviously, their trainers or their teachers are also not trained properly. So all these things come into place, and then in the end, you cannot produce any athlete that makes that step into elite level to give you the kind of placing we have seen.
How much does it cost for the state to say Olympics is coming in 2024? So say from 2022, we are going to pay for your preparation. Is it that expensive? Compared to how much we spend to send people to, what country did they go that they caught them? Oslo. Yes. Like how much does it cost?
It's the lack of planning that we've been talking
about.
Are
we that poor?
We are not.
Because sometimes Liberia athletes is in the 200 final. Liberian athletes are doing. I think Liberia even do better than Ghana.
Yeah, but those are products of the American system. Fambule and the rest.
But what prevented us from using the American system?
Well, no, we have benefited from the American system.
Hold on. Let me clarify. Apart from Nigerians,
these kids
the
were
number
born
of
in the US.
I'm coming. Apart from Nigerians,
ours were born here.
The number of Ghanaians or people of Ghanaian descent in American universities are more than any other African country apart from Nigerians.
Yes.
So even if you don't have money to train athletes, can't you find Ghana named people in US and say we want you to run for Ghana? So
they won't come. You see, because this structure, the structure
don't run for us.
No, they'll be destroyed. Yes, the structure. There's no system.
Because there were some Ghanaian names running for Canada. Running for Britain.
Azu.
There was even a Ghanaian name running for Israel.
Yes.
Afrifa or Israel.
And Kansas or Belgium.
Germany. They won't come saying.
Oh man, they come saying.
No, something. So wait, why are the Liberians doing better than us?
I just told you they were born there. The Americans.
Why? So being born in Ghana is not is a problem now?
No. You know, their parents obviously would have a bit more than these kids' parents here. They are part of the American system, so access to certain facilities.
But we should also born people in America.
No.
But why can't we also go and born people in America?
You are still not hearing.
I'm not listening to what you're
saying that we don't have a system.
Simple, yes.
Frankly, that is what it is.
Yes, it's just the lack of a system.
You know, look, some of these interfaces with the youth,
they pay me rough,
that are run and managed by governments. It's a failure from the get-go. Look, we are talking about Ghana. I'm telling you, this problem is not just Ghana. Even Kenya. Yeah. Even Kenya, that we all think
they're struggling.
You know, they are not doing all this.
You should, if you check, there's a movie called Gun Runners.
Gun Runners.
Yeah, Gun Runners on Netflix.
Okay.
It spells out the problem.
Gun Runners.
Yes, it spells out this problem because in Kenya, athletics is their galamsey. Every young man in the village who's supposed to be herding cow or to be
wants to go and
run.
So you even go to school.
It's like
you want to be the next Paul Tegat.
But change your life. Between the desire of wanting to run and the achievement.
A lot of things happen.
Is a lot of hassle. Because nobody is going to give you money to go for training. Nobody is going. So it's a lot of hassle. So if you don't have the support system that countries like China, as for China,
state-sponsored running,
they take care of you from day one
to crying.
You know, even the Western countries, not many of them do that. Yeah. But it's understandable because the competitive nature of industry feeds into the stardom of the athletes.
So let me ask. So for us,
endorsement and advertisement.
So for us, which route should we use? State sponsorship or private sector or what? Because
a mix of
it is such a pain to watch Olympics.
We should determine our own resource, the state of our resources before we take that decision. It's not just our desire to be in charge, because we've seen it in football, we've seen it in other disciplines. We want to be in charge, but we spell out failure in capital letters all the time, and we are happy with ourselves. We are in a hurry to resource the people who accompany the athletes with their per diem, and then leave the athletes in a bizarre state. So we don't have a system. We have used technical cooperation with other embassies and other countries to kind of structure our youth development over years. But the moment they go out of that space, they understand that there's a commercial essence of what they are doing, and they have to survive. If we don't have enough big weight companies in Ghana that can say that, Caleb, you have a talent we want to associate with. So this is the amount of money we want to pay. There's no competition in industry in Ghana.
For even that.
Yeah, so there's no advertisement. Why would the company advertise? Even the telcos, how much advertisement are they spending? No.
So you are tracing this to also private sector weakness.
Oh, yes.
Because that could have come in to fill the gap.
Yes, to fill the gap.
But
as is done in even Nigeria, as is done in Kenya. True.
So why are the Nigerians doing better than us?
Because they have a weightier competitive industry.
Even in their chaos.
So even if the government is not doing well, the private sector will fill in the gap.
Yeah. To a large extent.
But what about Zambia? Zambia said they do better past we.
Zambia. They're also complaining.
No, but Zambia did the IMF program, but they are doing better. They even got somebody who got third.
That's what I'm saying. That but you see,
Zambia,
few and far between. What I'm saying that we are talking about systems that are sustainable.
Charlie, Côte d'Ivoire,
we do not have.
What about Côte d'Ivoire?
Their systems work. You see, that's the thing.
Charlie, watching the thing is very painful.
Do you remember Muriel Ahore?
Oh,
she's still running.
Yes, I was surprised to see her.
Now Ahore came,
and
then Talu came.
Talu too, they ran.
Now, did you realize the president of Edu called Bai?
200.
How old is Bai?
It's like 19 or 20.
Exactly. So they have figured out a way. And people forget, for a very long time, Talu was not based in the US. Only when she got married. Talu was in Abidjan.
Running like this?
She trains in Abidjan.
She's always second to
yes, when she was running all those times. So the point we are making is, it's not, when we say systems, we're not saying some wild facilities. Everybody sees the facilities the Jamaicans train with. It's not giddy. Look, when you watch, when you see Shirley and Fraser Price and Sherika Dems go for training with Stephen Francis and their people.
Normal park.
It's like they've entered Akraka or Presec school with a tartan track.
That's all.
It's the quality of the instruction, the consistency of it.
But is it that hard? Okay, so wait. What should we do? Should we get a new sports minister? Should we have a national program about athletics? Should we do because the thing, Olympics is marketing of your country's brand.
Yes.
Kids are home watching. One of my kids said, Charlie, Ghana, the only kudos they do something way meaningful for them when they watch the TV.
My daughter keeps asking me the same.
Kudos, everything they watch.
My daughter
Ghana, they disappoint. The only kudos they do something better.
My daughter keeps asking me. So Ghana is
we part of it? Like, where is Ghana? Where is Ghana?
See Ghana.
Summons. How can you have 210 countries and territories on TV, and you are with your children watching, and you are not having your... that Ghana, is it a country? What is Ghana?
I'll tell you something.
Charlie,
and sometimes
it's very disgraceful.
And
you have to look for excuses and say, one of my sons said that the Ghana 100 meters, he will reach the Fine. And I said, he won't reach. And I said, oh, Daddy, you are negative. And I want to pray. I said, this thing is not. That's a different problem. So he said, you are bad luck. And the guy chopped last way. He said, you see that?
But let me tell you something. See, you spoke about
Lord.
The systems and the people.
Terrible.
Look, sometimes the knowledge matters. For instance, at these games, our high jumper, Rose, if we knew what we were about, and for me, that is what showcased sometimes how we just don't pay attention. She's African champion. She's the best
high jumper
on the continent. She's able to jump at a certain height.
She got to 1.92 here. Or
her best was, she won the African Championship with 1.97.
Hey!
The bronze medal at this Olympics was, I think, 194 or so, or 193.
So she's jumped
higher than the person who won bronze. But it does not mean that she would have been automatically been able to jump that. It's a different set of circumstances. But the point I'm making is, knowing that you have this person, if I am in a position of authority and I'm assigning resources, I say, okay, this is African champion.
Yes.
I look at all the people who are competing and I say, okay, this girl potentially
can be in the top
is the one that can get us a medal. Yes. Potentially. So the call goes out. Rose, what do you need?
Thank you.
As compared to maybe the person who is doing again or the person who is playing golf. Because I know that one will not do well.
Get you.
But Rose, I know is elite.
So what was the plan for Rose?
So Rose, what is your plan? Now Rose gets there. She's a high jumper. She's not a sprinter. Rose is trained by somebody else. Now, these are specialist events. Everybody knows this. And a specialist because the person is watching you. The person knows your form. The person knows your steps.
And then they'll discuss
those things with you. That is why you see that after every jump,
they go and talk to the person.
Go and talk to the trainer. In fact, the trainers are filming you. So that when they come, they show it to you. That this
is where you missed it.
So correct this. It's very technical. It's not just about the athlete going.
And it's not motivation.
Exactly.
It's technical work.
It's very technical. So how do you then send this person there who was perhaps at these games our best medal chance?
Because he won the All Africa Games.
Exactly. Our best medal chance. And
she goes out in the first round.
Her trainer was not around.
Where is the trainer?
We say, no, our case was the national team has coaches.
Oh, stop it.
It's true. The national team has coaches. But so do all the other delegations that were there. But their medal hopefuls had their personal trainers there.
So if she goes to jump, there's no coach to go and talk to.
She'll go and talk to our national coach. But our national coach does not train her on a daily.
Is she a product of the Ghana system?
Yes, she started from here before she went to the US.
I was so hurt when she couldn't make it to the first round.
I felt we did not give her
African champion or something. When they run, usually when they do finals, they'll say final, Jamaican champion, American champion, the European champion, African champion. It's a champion of champions.
I think for Rose, if the others are even not frustrated, Rose should be frustrated. She has every right to be frustrated because we didn't do her good.
Perfect. What happened to Matabisa?
She's doing 3 masters, so go screw off.
But what happened to her?
Politics.
She's a politician.
No. Athletics politics.
In America?
In Ghana. She got suspended for, 2 or 3 years? After a dispute with the Athletics Federation for saying that they had taken her money of some sorts. It became Basa.
But if it's Basa, take her to court.
It's painful. So sometimes
if somebody accuses you of something, it's not, or isn't there legal basis? But take her to court to prove or disprove. But why do you stop her from competing for a country? And the sports minister and everybody just watch this thing happen.
Well, they tried to make peace, but
try.
They
tried. You just say try.
Tried. I'm telling you what happened.
Try.
Yeah, they tried.
Oh, but you see, I mean, for me,
so
the question
we shouldn't have people like Matabisa representing Ghana because somebody was trying.
No, somebody got offended by what he said.
Oh, Charlie, Ghana.
Maybe somewhere.
So another 4 years, we'll wait.
So Olympics, and you know do you know what hurts me the most? All Africa Games raise our level of interest. This was the first time I saw a full stadium of people watching athletics in a long time. I was there to watch Joe Paul do 200. I was surprised he wasn't in the 200 Olympics. Maybe he wasn't ready. He hadn't made the time or whatever. But he won the 200 well. 100, he was second. He decided not to go for 100. We had 200 guys in the semi-final, which is not bad. 4x4 or 4x1, we had a good chance. All Africa Games should have been a springboard because, again, as you say, countries like Morocco and things, when you host a tournament, you use it to raise your athletes' preparation. So, because the facilities are there, they can get good preparation for the Olympic Games. And we've done All Africa Games, and this is probably our worst Olympic performance in many years. I mean, it is. I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt.
Any high-ranking government official make reference to the Olympic Games?
No.
The minister is there.
The minister is where?
Sometimes that's a good question. You remember 92? There was a national campaign to get Ghana gold. There was a national campaign to push private sector sponsorship. 92. I was in GSS1.
Give Ghana gold.
So
Ghana
in
there.
Yes.
Barcelona.
So that tells you that how we prioritize some of these things. And it's all connected.
And even the football that we put money in, we didn't even qualify.
It's like nobody cares about the team.
But Sameh, for me, for a country of Ghana's stature in Africa to not be concerned that we didn't do anything at the Olympics and for it to be normal, it's not correct. There's something wrong.
It's such a huge opportunity. You see, people are watching. You see, I think we watch too much of Sofudazi when we were growing up. So we think everything is concert.
This is real. You're right. This is real.
With everything, you are seeing the people sprinting, jumping, and we think that it should be keke. No, that's industry. That is commerce. That is economics.
So by now, Botswana, the name Botswana and the way it registers and what the guy has done for them, 200 gold.
I was
first
watching,
African.
I was watching the news this morning. Basically, there was one program that was looking at how the world covered the race from different countries.
Yeah.
Basically, Botswana is on the front page of
every major newspaper
in every global capital this morning.
Because the 200 was the main race
yesterday. And it's not back page story.
Front page story. Because
story.
the first African to win a 200 gold medal, and he gave him a gap.
Yeah.
This wasn't a photo finish. He gave him gap. Yeah. And then when he did the press conference, he said, this guy, they talk too much. He they yob.
So the man said get COVID.
Yeah, he said he talk too much.
No, the man said get
COVID.
COVID.
He didn't lie. He get with
COVID.
You're trying to drip near there.
The guy said get COVID.
He's doing intellectual masturbation.
Don't mind him.
He's sticking himself and laughing. This guy,
we caught you.
You see, he met you. And you see, the Tebago said that no, Alas is too loud and too arrogant.
No, when you won the other, you say, I have asthma, I have this,
yes.
I was in depression, but I still won.
But this one,
but it also tells you something, I don't think in our lifetime anybody will ever get Usain Bolt, ever. Because you see, sometimes, look, to win 100 and 200 in one competition is not easy.
Oh, yeah.
And Usain did it in 3 Olympics. Yeah. And there were times that people were he had about 3 rivals. Yeah. He started with
Asafa. Golden Age.
He had Tyson Gay. Yeah. He had even the recent this guy, the new guy. What's the name of that? The guy who was banned for drugs and came back in the last stage.
Justin Gatlin.
So he had in his lifetime 3 rivals. In fact, he even had his own countryman. What's his name? The guy who nearly beat him in the 100. The guy he did a relay with.
Johan.
So he had Asafa, Johan Blake, Tyson Gay, and Justin Gatlin in 12 years of competition.
Yes. At their peak.
It be serious.
At their peak.
So Usain, what he did, I don't think anybody is like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
To win 100 and 200 in the same competition, even look at the Lady Shirley Ann Fraser Prize.
Yes.
I think she's probably the second greatest athlete.
Yes. The consistency of what she's been able
from
to do.
2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. Oh man!
No, so here we are again. Los Angeles is what is happening. 2028. We'll come back and discuss how we did.
No, we won't come back because we would have started. We are going to do this thing again.
The NISAC.
Yes, we are going to put resources in athletics as a media house. Hopefully, to generate something.
Look, we are not athletes. We here, we are not athletes.
I used to be.
And you pretended.
No, he did super zonals.
Oh, he did. What are you doing? Discuss.
If you do
that, I'll believe.
If you do super zone, you are an athlete.
No. That I'll believe. If
you do super zone, you are an athlete.
Apologies.
If you do
anybody who has tried to be a proper athlete before listening to this kind of conversation will be very sad this morning. Will be very sad because the pain they go through, just to get the recognition that they so desire.
Oh, Charlie.
And there are no support systems.
Charlie.
And I think that we don't have the support systems because the cluelessness at the top management is too loud.
Can you repeat that? You said what?
Cluelessness at the top management of our sporting
it's too loud.
infrastructure.
And it's been exposed exposed.
And we don't learn from the past. Look, in the 80s, Lawyer Makram Atefu.
Oh, Azuma.
The kind of things they used to do
to get you see, Samuel, I think that's a very important point. You see,
to get Ghana to go to the Olympics in Los Angeles.
You have hit a point.
To
get a world champion, the minister of sports was in the room with them.
I tell you what, they had to, when government, it was the early 80s, government didn't have money. They had to bypass government.
Yeah.
Go and look for private sponsorship for the national team.
And he will accompany the athletes in
sponsorship from Akable Mieza.
Yes. It was the Olympic Games. Eternal effort to do those things. So
you understand? In Los Angeles, that was 84, right? To go to Olympic Games. You see, we don't build on
the commitment and the dedication. But Samuel, think about it. So this is the 80s. But Samuel, think about it. So think about this. If government in the 80s was so dedicated to producing world champions because they knew the effect of the champion on the national psyche. So Azuma was national property. So if he wins, the country's mood changes. So the Minister of Sport was in the room with him before he went on the stage. He was shouting at the guy even whilst he was in the ring. Even though he's a Minister of Sport. He jumped into the ring and carried the guy when he won. He came on the front page of the graphic and came back to Ghana. 30, 40 years down the line, Olympic Games is happening, and we have never made a comment about it. It's like our back keys. I think that it's a sign of our decline as a nation. It's because
decline is too gentle.
Ghana's name, is now only historical. First country. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing?
There are 32 disciplines in this year's Olympic Games.
And we took out athletes for how many? Do you have any boxers?
We didn't qualify this one.
We didn't qualify for boxing.
Yes. But why are you?
Ghana didn't qualify for boxing.
Why are you shocked?
No. Hold on. Ghana is Africa's best boxing country.
No. Professional boxing,
yes.
not amateur boxing.
Yeah, but if you are
two very different sports.
No, but still.
Two very different sports.
Ghana didn't qualify for boxing.
Yes.
Not one athlete qualified for boxing.
Why? Your box have been lost for something.
But we have Emporium there. We have a Bukom boxing arena.
High jump.
Wait, we didn't qualify for boxing.
No, we didn't make it this week. After Samuel Techi won a bronze at the last one.
Oh. We didn't qualify for boxing.
You see the frustration you just expressed about that.
I was waiting for boxing.
No, it's about the systems. You just spoke about, Ghana is the best boxing nation in Africa. Professional boxing, yes. But why doesn't it reflect at amateur level? The lack of the system. Why? I'll tell you something. Bukom, as an area, has produced more world champions per capita than any place on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Bukom.
Just one small town.
One small town. It has produced 9 world champions from Bukom.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So, if you check the gyms and where they are located, I'm sure we would have about 60 or 70% of the gyms.
The Bukom area.
The Bukom area. If we are to ask, what is the systems around the youth boxers or the amateur boxers in that space, in terms of competition, in terms of training, on a consistent level, for a timetable, not just something that the gyms do by themselves. You understand? State supervised or supervised at a certain level, we will struggle to find it. So how are you going to emerge? How are you going to emerge? We have hundreds and hundreds of boxers there, but how many of them are at the level where they can compete?
So let me ask you, what's the problem? Is it that the state doesn't want to do it? Is it that there's no money?
It's hard. I've told you this before. It's hard. And nobody's willing to do it. It's hard. Their job is too hard for them
to produce. To get boxers to qualify for Olympics is that hard?
Yes, it's hard for them.
Why is it hard?
Because
why can't they do it? But we have talent. But if you have talent and if you have boxing talent and you have boxing rings, shouldn't that be enough?
No.
What else do you need to add?
No, and somebody said to me, I beg, let me
read a message for me.
Is it Charlie?
Yeah.
I feel your pain and frustration. This leadership problem, You know something? God is constantly grieving over Ghana. He's no longer sure if he created us.
Na ya dan ya kokofunu ye di kan aban no bon ho ban odwen wo ho na so de wisi kesi dan university awakra no wudi degree ni tu kan akwama no ne akopra anase tachi man ebedufo ne hypocrisy de yempa wasemu anache so ka no pre ye ma me mfu nsuo ndio na ye pre eja suku kura anyansa bi eni ho aye kire ye mpanyifo no ya mo nka no pre enti mu hu se ne agana fo ne bre.
This morning.
You know, the funny thing is that I have to do an announcement about the Olympics. I don't even know how to do it. You know, that thing, is it from 26 July to 11 August?
Yes.
DSTV will bring you the best coverage of every moment live.
That's what they are bringing it to.
And HD via 8 dedicated channels. Catch our athletes who are all out now. You know, renew your subscription today. Dial star 759 to follow what is left of the Olympics since Ghana is out. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Yeah, man.
Very, very sad.
But then, while you are sad, you can lie on latex foam. It helps you. It can help you. You don't need to sleep on the mattress that will sag beneath you. It's always a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. But your comfort and well-being should never be compromised. That's why latex foam prioritizes quality above all else. Step into showrooms, experience the difference. High-quality mattresses, furniture crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Invest in your well-being. Choose latest foam. Otherwise, you do yourself. Latest foam is your partner for life. Visit us at www.latexfoamghana.com. Call us on 0302008499. And let me tell you about Diamond Cement. We have the 42.5 hour grade cement quality on the market. Now we have also the 32.5 hour grade. Good deal for everyone. You deserve the very best. Make Diamond Cement your number one choice for all your building needs. Anyone who wishes to buy Diamond Cement should deal with the company directly. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady and Buepe. These are numbers to call 0244-313-368 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond. The messages have come in. We'll read some of them for you. However, if you're dreaming,
you should read them.
But let me take care of this Dubai conversation. I mean, for those who want to travel to Dubai, please make it a reality with Global Wings Travel and Tour. Join us for a 6-day all-inclusive tour from 5th to 11th of August and from 15th to 21st of September. You experience the best of Dubai, from its iconic landmarks to luxurious accommodation. It's all-inclusive. Everything is taken care of for you. So just make your dream come true with Global Wings Travel and Tour. Book us now by calling or WhatsApp in 0553-688-398 or 0550-188-181. We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, we'll bring you more comments.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Imagine
a one-stop shopping experience for all things made in Ghana at the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Get ready to explore the remarkable fair to showcase the rich diversity, talent, innovation, and mastery of made in Ghana products and services with the This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Now Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM invites you to immerse yourself in a vibrant showcase of authentic Ghanaian products and services in the biggest trade fair and exhibition for local SMEs, startups, research and manufacturing industries, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate bodies that Ghana has ever seen. We shall promote, we shall support, and patronize various Ghanaian products, solutions, and services that are redefining the views on indigenous products and their packaging across all sectors. The date, 31st of August and the 1st of September 2024. The time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day, and the venue is the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Call us now on 0205-973-973 for inquiries on how to participate. The This Is Ghana Exhibition 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, and is proudly sponsored by MTN, Koa Natural, Ghana National Gas Company, Ghana Pay Mobile Money, People Beverages, Exim Bank, and Petroleum Commission Ghana.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame. How are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash Foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash Foam.
What about a sofa where go relax my body?
Ash Foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash Foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame. Ash Foam.
Mommy, that I feel you. Ash Foam all the way.
For mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more, don't waste time and visit any Ash Foam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ash Foam. Feel it, know it.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Bernard.
It's not true.
What?
Chwa. Chwa omanyaba, Charlie.
It's chwa.
Chwa there is not. You are akanizing our thing.
Sorry.
Chwa omanyaba.
What does it mean?
Chwa omanyaba.
Yeah.
Omanye.
Chwa.
Good tidings. Good news.
But why is it that when people talk, they end by saying that thing?
It's good wishes.
Because me when I hear it, it seems like you are saying, assembly, come and assembly.
Good wishes.
Tidings, right.
Good tidings. Ablawo. Surround us.
Let me say how.
Envelope us.
Thank you. Encompass.
And mind you, tomorrow is Homowo. Gamashi Homowo.
Oh, yeah, man.
Allah.
Yeah, man.
People of
course.
It's one of the reasons I was late this morning.
Why you are soaking the corn?
I drove through a part of town where the preparations are.
So they blocked the road.
They blocked some places. I couldn't move.
They are doing
I couldn't move.
We were case by we used to look forward to it.
Anyway, let me give you some messages, Caleb.
Sure.
This from Nana says, good morning, guys. Charlie, for Ghana to go to the Olympics without boxing, a boxing contingent just shows how low we are falling. Boxing. It's like boxing. And that says, good morning, Bernard and team. It's about leadership in the 80s and 90s as sportsmen. We're doing well because of the leadership of the late President Rawlings. There was a conscious effort to build our youth and sports, and the ministry has nothing to, and then ministry had nothing else to do than to make sure the sportsmen won. It was about leadership. Hello, Citi CBS team. The problem with Ghana is that there's no plan with regards to the development of athletics. We have no competent coaches to train these athletes. We have no development plan for this space. Other athletes have to train by themselves or get their own coaches.
Or drive Uber.
Kojo from Tema says, this Olympics discussion is very, very interesting. What you're saying about the lack of preparation for Ghana is not only a Ghana thing, it's an African thing. Take a look at the sports events that Africa actually does well. The long distance races, you notice that for a while now, Europeans have become very good at it, winning gold medals and setting records, leaving Africans to literally fight for the remaining medals. And in fact, it's a good point because it's a conversation that
the Americans are doing well in the 1,005, the 800.
Because here's the thing. Historically, the Americans had always done well in the long and middle distances. Then the East Africans took over. Now, what they've done is they've learned the methods of the East Africans and have also been able to replicate those methods even in America without necessarily going.
So it's not biological. It's how you train and where you train.
Exactly. So there was a conversation amongst Kenyan journalists who cover track on a platform I'm on, and they were like, look, the conversation now is how to go back and rethink how they can improve.
So the Americans have caught up. The Europeans have caught up.
Yeah, because most of them, for instance, there was a guy who won this race, either Hawker or something. He caught everybody by surprise. Apparently, he spends a lot of time in East Africa. There was one who went to BYU, Brigham Young, and he's a missionary.
And he was in Kenya.
His post is in Kenya and Uganda.
And he was training there.
So if he lives in Kenya, Uganda, obviously, he would train. And he runs long distance. I think he was second in one of the long distance races. The steeplechase, if I'm not mistaken. So good morning, Citi CBS team. You guys are breaking me up with laughter from Kigali. Ejikum from Germany, pa. Ejikum. But Bernard, you don't know being born in Ghana is a problem.
No, that was what we're talking about. The Liberians.
No, it's not a problem. It's a blessing.
Charlie, this message, if I read it, people go vex. I don't go read that again.
What did he say?
Charlie, the person vex too much. Kojo says, Charlie, I'm watching the 200 meters again, and it's so refreshing.
Charlie,
how the guy chopped them with his nose is beautiful. Suffer from.
And he even slowed down at the end. That one self killed me.
And then Kwesi says, in a 100-meter race, the winner is determined by the moment their body crosses the finish line. This is because the clock stops when the runner's body crosses the line, not the first body part. To determine this, the officials use a slit video system that scans an ultra-thin segment of the track precisely aligned with the finish line. It's at 2,000 times per second. This provides an unbroken image of each athlete crossing the line, which is then coordinated with the athlete's time. So that's a proper definition of a photo finish analysis. Check Julian Alfred's 100-meter finals. She threw herself to win. Just watch it. I don't remember her.
No, Alfred won easily.
yeah. The 100 meters, she didn't throw herself anywhere. Amma in Dubai says, hello CBS, I'm enjoying your discussion on the Olympics. Ask Godfred how I can be knowledgeable. Okay, so admirable and cool. Oh, Amma, all right, I'll give you a few tips here. And then, thank you.
I have a question. Our listeners...
You again.
No, Amma, it's many years.
Are people worried about this?
In Ghana?
Like...
Which people?
The system.
Which system?
Is that a trick question? The system. In some countries, when you don't do well at Olympics, there's a national inquest.
A lot of countries, actually.
Like, parliamentarians should be angry. The Minister of Sports should be hauled. Questions should be asked from the Ghana Olympic Committee. Because you've gone for an event and there was no Ghanaian in any final.
There was a national inquest when China topped the medals table after Beijing in the US. Why?
Why China topped?
Why? You understand? There are certain events that they take personal pride in. Why should another country win this? Look, yesterday the basketball, Serbia versus the US.
95-91.
Samens, you could see it wasn't just about basketball for these people.
It was something else.
Like, there's no way Serbia is beating us today.
Never.
Because you won't have, like, America lost in basketball. To Serbia. Serbia is good, but it's not happening. You could see the players.
This was beyond coaching.
It got to a point they weren't even doing rotations anymore. Normally, this one sits down. It got to a point they weren't doing rotations. It is LeBron, it is KD, it is Steph Curry. These are the big boys. Substitution.
Thank you.
They didn't want to lose.
No.
Because they in the final.
They are playing France. They will last France like
by the way, South Sudan did well.
Again, systems.
What happened to them? What was their...
5 years ago, South Sudan didn't have a basketball program. 1 man.
Only 5 years?
5 years ago. They didn't have a basketball program. Then Luol Deng.
Yes, former
NBA player, Chicago Bulls, born in the UK. Born in South Sudan, but grew up in the UK as a refugee. Made it. Decides that, okay, I want to go back and give to my people. So he goes back and, using his own resources, starts a basketball program in South Sudan.
And that's what we are seeing on the TV.
With what they have. Now, most of the players you see there were not born in South Sudan.
They are playing for in the most American college system.
Not necessarily. The point I'm making is, some of them are refugees from other places. But here's the thing. To get them to be interested in committing, because it's about commitment, to commit to South Sudan and their lack of infrastructure, one. And the fact that, look, we will stop whatever it is we are doing and come back and be a part of this. Because it means you have to leave playing on your fashionable courts in Australia, the US, and wherever, to come and play games in South Sudan, to play games in Kenya. In fact, the first official game that they played as a team was played in Nairobi. They had to leave whatever it is that they were doing. But it was a commitment that they believed in. Why? Because they were pitched a plan.
And it's just 5 years.
Yes.
In 5 years.
This is what we'll do. A, B, C, D. We'll play tournaments. We'll do this. We'll do this. It wasn't the flashiest of systems, but it was a system.
The other one was Nigeria's female basketball team.
But you hold it to the points I made on. Everybody, if you don't know South Sudan, as at last month.
Now you know South Sudan.
You know South Sudan by virtue of what those 5 or 12 individuals have done.
Charlie.
On this platform, if you don't know South Sudan, it's one of those opportunities where you can establish the difference between
a country, but
Ghana and Grenada.
How old is the South Sudan as a country? They are not even 20 years
it's a young country.
Ghana and Guyana.
Ghana and Guyana, sorry.
The other one I wanted to ask
it is the Olympics that helps you establish that difference.
The Nigerian female basketball team.
Yes, the Tigers. They are you see, their coach Rina Wakama granted an interview after their loss to the US yesterday and said, look, believe in us. Give us a system. The same claim we are making here. He said, look, what these girls did, he said, we are Nigerians. We don't come from any. He said, we didn't go and take anybody from anywhere. We came from Nigeria. Hey, we have done this.
The basketball they played.
Give us a system. We will medal for you.
Charlie, when you see the green-white Nigeria,
made out for you.
No, it's their confidence.
I'm not more confident.
The green and white they play. Sometimes I say, hey, Ghana, so Ghana when? So sometimes back to my question. Why is there no national outrage or national... Why are people not... why are we not... The Olympics is over. For who?
It's simple.
For Ghana.
It's because nobody ever gets punished for failing.
The sports minister went to watch the relay, so very happy man.
Nobody gets punished for failing.
Yeah.
But is it because we don't expect... But isn't that because we are not expecting to win? Or why are people not angry?
That's why there's leadership. That's why, look, you can't tell the story of any thriving sporting country by skipping the leadership element. It's a leadership thing. If top leadership is not interested, we are messed up. If the functional leader is not interested or is not competent, we are even in a worse hole. You understand? So for Ghana to drip down gradually and be in an abyss of this nature in sports, and nobody is angry about it, and it's like business as usual. Oh, you are the manager in charge, so we thank you, and then they'll come and give press conference and speak English, and they expect that. And what I hate, cry, is a minister who is also analyzing problems like a media man.
A pundit.
You have been placed to solve the problem. You have been placed to take us to the next level. At the end of the day, if you have nothing to show, it's failure. It's not normal. It's failure. And it's very, you see, it's very painful, and it's actually it brings disillusionment to the young people. You understand? I talked about this Matabisa thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what the continued success of Matabisa would have done to younger female athletes in this country? And somebody says that I am offended because she accused me of something which is not true. And because of that, the country that cannot benefit from such a great, talented human being. Do you know the pain that she's harboring? And as a result of that, do you know how other athletes
will also say advise themselves?
I mean, what is this?
So the system doesn't even promote talent and doesn't encourage people to be patriotic.
I mean, this is free, low-hanging fruit. Athletics, 32 disciplines. Jamaica doesn't take part in even 10 disciplines.
And they are 2.8, and there are 2.8 million people. Though.
Yes, they have chosen field and track events, and let's go for it. So every major competition.
Sometimes think about it. Jamaica has 2.8 million people. America has over 300 million, and yet Jamaica is competing neck to neck with America.
Papa, we can take the whole Jamaica and put it in Accra.
There will still be space. Yes, yes.
They can take over.
Because Jamaica is not 3 million people.
So
Jamaica, they are not that many. No, but sometimes think about it.
It's a sprint factory.
And Jamaica's name recognition in the world as a country of just 2.8 million people. I mean, no, we will.
Oh, British Virgin Islands.
Yeah. Even St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
The lady from
Dylan Alfred.
And then somebody too, one from Dominican Republic.
Yes. Yeah.
And then what's it called? Charlie.
Somebody must be angry at this situation. No?
Nobody is angry.
Because what if we even choose 5 disciplines out of the Olympics that we are going to specialize in this thing? Just 5 out of the 32. Like United Kingdom, when they saw that they were not doing well in the major ones, they targeted
swimming,
kayak,
even
diving.
Korea, they do again.
Yeah,
they know how to do it, Papa.
Charlie, Korea, South Korea, when they take bow and arrow,
but because archery is a cultural sport in Korea.
In Ghana, archers.
No, we don't have archery.
Go to Tohaji.
No.
Go to the north.
No, Ghana, back in the day, it was only the watchmen. The watchmen who held a guy. Every watchman had a guy.
No, but sometimes Ghana,
we are watchman using
that guy before.
When we were young, we used to do bow and arrow.
But it's not a sport. These kids compete at that level in Korea. It's like wrestling, you know.
So judo, wrestling, or nothing.
Well, you know, one sport that, again, just to even, Ghana used to be consistently
judo
top 3. No, top 3 hockey.
Yes, what happened?
Africa, for decades.
And then weightlifting.
Yeah.
What happened to hockey?
What happened to hockey? What happened to the weights?
Maybe when Mills died, hockey too died with it. Because he was the guy who was pushing hockey.
What happened? What happened to hockey? What happened to the weightlifters?
Weightlifting.
We used to be so good at it. But again, you see, the weightlifting, we missed a chance. When Mr. Nunu Mensah, Charles, and all those people did the work, okay, of getting the sport to where it had gotten to, that was what any reasonable private person or reasonable federation could do. The rest was up to the state. And I'll give you a shining example of the difference. Nigeria is also very good at that sport. In fact, on the continent, they are the dominant powerhouse. Weightlifting at the para level and at the regular level. What Nigeria figured out was, okay, like Samen says, they've targeted this one. We can put 10 people here and get 3 medals.
We'll overload
the place.
And get the medals.
But we need these people to focus. So do you know what they did? A lot of these people were employed by the state.
So you just
the
weightlifting for us.
Yes. So basically, the power company employed some of them. They put them in different places. But basically, your job is to lift.
But we used to have that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
When we used to have these guys in the services.
So the people were focused on just being that.
You know, we used to
absorb them into fire service, police. We stopped and started putting full soldiers there.
No, it's true, because I remember there was an athlete called Kennedy Osei. Yeah. 800 for Ghana. He used to work in fire service.
Yeah. But our friend Bawa Fuse,
yeah,
he go to police.
So they used to use the services to absorb them.
Yes. So that's what Nigeria did with their weightlifters. They put them in these
so you mean politics spoil everything? Food soldiers have spoiled everything.
So that they don't have to worry, at least, that where am I going to get salary at the end of the month?
But sometimes, you know, if you think about it, from the 80s, when you can say we didn't even have democracy and things, when we just had a simple system, we were excelling in a lot of things. So in the 80s, when you were young,
because we understood what it meant. Yeah. I think that
right now
we have that. We don't have people. We have people in charge who don't understand. The only thing they understand is World Cup.
And then we won the World Cup.
Yeah, no, the only thing they understand is World Cup.
That's what I'm saying. Even the one we understand,
that's the only thing they understand.
Even the AFCON,
FIFA World Cup. They don't like the AFCON anymore. FIFA World Cup. But if you don't monitor the news for sports as much as you should do, when it became apparent that we're not going to, we were struggling to qualify.
They brought a
for the last one, the one in Qatar.
Yeah.
We were there, right?
Yeah.
Bernard, the pressure and the systems of the state
to support that
were brought to bear to make sure that the Black Stars of Ghana would get back on the path to Qatar.
It wasn't when they brought Hilton, Otoado, and all those guys.
Unless the Black Stars don't blink, if they do blink, they'll get it. Whatever it is they wanted, they got.
So they're only interested in World Cup.
It's the World Cup. And one year.
Oh, Russia did not take part in the Olympic Games. Even insults that they have received as a result of their aggression on Ukraine is not even pinning them
like
more than the Olympic Games.
So they're banned.
Yes. The way that is pinning them,
I wasn't seeing any Russian athletes.
When Pan Zhanle, the Chinese guy who won the 100-meter freestyle, won it, and the American journalists were criticizing, saying it's not humanly possible. He said, you people break the world record every day. We have broken some today. You are telling us it is not humanly possible. Because the Americans were like, the 100-meter freestyle. Point of pride.
I'm sad.
But at our own, I remember.
Yeah, but the rest of the town is not as sad. Yesterday, everybody was kind of like,
goes on. Yeah. Sometimes, when we
if you are not sad that you are not doing well, it means you have declined. Because you have to compete.
But already a lot is depressing us already. So
yeah, we have some problems also. Our problems are many.
But when we will get to some place, drive through some tunnels, see how the thing is working. Sometimes we say, hey, I'm in Bachelor Republic. Yeah, dear, no. Our own is Nyame Bachelor Republic. You understand? When you see how people have planned their lives, they organize this. Our own is Nyame Bachelor. Yeah, so take heart.
No, 2028.
Take heart into
2028.
Ghana, we don't
Say Los Angeles, we will do it. It will happen.
If we don't have a system, nothing will change.
Oh, man.
You have leadership functionally, you are in trouble. Just waste money.
SMP. But there is an opportunity at Heritage Christian University College that you must take advantage of because they are set up to provide a missing link in tertiary education through creativity and innovation. Since 2018, we've given a sum of 500,000 Ghana cedis as startup grants to a number of students to start their businesses. There's a huge emphasis on entrepreneurship, technology, and practical learning with professional certification. We have several courses, undergraduate and master's levels. We are affiliated to KNUST, UCC, and accredited by GTech. Located behind Amasaman, at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Call us 0547777731.
Them need you. I know I don't have to pound.
0202298399. Our website is www.hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. There is love letter to you. Customs Division wishing to inform the general public that a 2-month amnesty has been granted to all users of uncustomized vehicles from 1st August to 30th September. This amnesty waives all penalties that would have been imposed should such vehicles be impounded by personnel of the Customs Division. All users of uncustomized vehicles are encouraged to take advantage of this window and regularize documentation of their vehicles that have been illegally imported into the country. The general public should note that after 1st October 2024, the Customs Division will undertake a nationwide unannounced inspection of vehicles on the roads and impound all customized vehicles. So for more information, kindly visit the nearest Customs Division office of the GRA head office off Starlets 91 Road near Accra Sports Stadium Ministry. You may call the GRA toll-free number 0800 900 110. Email info@gra.gov.gh or WhatsApp 0550-299-000 or 020-063-16644 for assistance.
Selling from underdog to feeling, treat this biz like a sniper. Bound to make a killing, mixed feelings for promoters and
back.
Yeah, I know the cat.
Our very good friend, Reverend Bernard Nia Deakwa, will be joining us in the studio. A big one coming out.
I know they can.
Maximum Impact 2024.
Fame put the iron in my name, Margaret Thatcher.
'cause you brought 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda.
Even now,
and guess who joins us in the studio this morning?
you, Jesus. Yeah.
An amazing man of God.
You got
trailblazing man of God. Reverend Bernard Ni Ade Akwa.
Lord, I remember what you did before. You will do it again.
Joins us for a big conversation for Maximum Impact 2024.
You would
tell you all you need to know about it, why you must not miss it on any day at all. Let me especially welcome you, sir, into the studio. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
It's really good to have you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for Maximum Impact.
I love it.
An opportunity to shape the future of our country.
I love it. I love it. This is the voice we hear on Sunday mornings on the radio, preaching powerful messages, hard work, shaping people. And you've been doing amazing stuff, shaping character, influencing mindsets and all of that. The big question that a lot of people ask Christians, though, is, oh, guys, I mean, this is the country we have. You are in the majority, and we still have all the problems that we have. Every day we are working at it, we're preaching, we're praying, we're doing all that we can. Is it working?
It will work. You see, the gospel is to become flesh, and the word was made flesh and dwelt amongst us, and we beheld his glory. So we need to take the gospel from a church service into integrating into our daily lives to be able to see the glory of God manifest physically. So beyond a church service, what about our work offices, our homes, our community? So you need to be able to redefine the concepts and apply them practically to our daily living. So instead of saying the devil, for example, you look at the manifestation of evil.
Yeah.
What is the devil? It's filth, it's wastage, it's an unclean environment. It's every form of evil that reduces the quality of life. So instead of just standing in church and binding and casting it out, what's the practical way to remove filth?
Right.
Clean your environment.
Right.
I mean, so how to get people to move from a church service into practicalizing what they hear is where I believe that the gospel is taking us to now. And that is what eventually brings the change and the light shines in darkness.
I love it.
And overcomes it.
Because it looks like when it comes to mobilizing people to attend service, whether it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whether it's all night, evening, in terms of mobilization, the church has done very well. And we have the numbers. The church has the numbers. But influencing and impacting the world in the marketplace and all this.
Where there's a lack of leadership, religion becomes the opium of the masses. It's like you're looking for a relief to numb your senses to the depravity around you.
Right.
And so what's the other way? You think if I was in a gainful employment, I'll leave and go and sit in church on a Sunday morning, on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have nothing to do. I have to look to something higher than myself.
Yeah.
And the way we define spirituality in a lot of African countries is because there's a lack of hope. Or there's bad leadership. So what else do we do? Do we go into the world full of depression? Let's find a way to numb our senses. Let's look for help outside us. Let's reach for something behind and beyond us. When actually the solution is with us. The greater one is within us. So within you need to be able to say that I will rise. I will change my environment. I'll change my life. I deserve something better. And begin to do something for yourself. Unfortunately, the power you're looking outside you, like the government, is failing. So you look for a higher power above human beings, and that is God. But you should also look within yourself to improve your own life and your environment and your community and your future.
So I see when I watch the Christian landscape in Ghana, I see a movement of a shift where people are trying to take on the world and influence the world literally with their Christ-like godly principles and all of that. People are now being deliberate at taking spaces and making their faith felt in the world of work.
Let me just try and explain this. There's the presence of God and there's the principles of God. Both the presence and the principles must be applied to give life. So God breathed into a form and man lived. He didn't just breathe, he didn't just take a form. So you need both the spiritual and the physical
and the principles
to give life.
Right.
So now we speak about changing our environment. We are talking about applying the principles in our daily living. We go to church, enjoy the presence of God, but we spend 1 hour in church. We spend 23 hours out of the church. What do we do with the 1 hour that has brought us in? It's just like light. God brings you in that he may send you out.
Right.
So he's sending you out to be a light to the world. So what you have learned in his presence, you practicalize it in the world. How do you do that? All the parables of Jesus speaks about the principles, accountability, faithfulness, honesty, all those things. So if we are able to practice those things, you will begin to see the darkness being dispelled and light replacing it. And that's what makes the difference between an advanced country and a poor country. The advanced countries have imbibed the principles, and that is what they apply. And once you adhere to the principles, what does Jesus say? I will build my church. Even where the demons are settled, they cannot prevail. So it doesn't matter whether you go to church. You are in China. You are in a country that is called non-Christian. But the principles will overcome the world. And that is why you have Rwanda emerging, the Asian countries emerging, all over the world, countries emerge. Because the principles break every limitation of life.
There is a maximum impact conference that is happening. Tell me about it. What's occasioning this maximum impact?
And that's what maximum impact is all about, is to make the gospel practical. Let people live their lives as human beings with dignity and enjoy life. And so no matter the handicap the life gives to you, you can improve your life. I mean, what is the gospel? I've come that they might have life and have it more abundantly. So when Jesus comes into your life, what we are saying is that you must have life on this earth and more abundantly. It means that the quality of life must improve with Jesus. It mustn't go back. Now, he's going to talk to you about hard work, diligence, discipline, self-denial, all those things, delayed gratification, all those things, accountability, that make for a better future. But we kind of like give promises without realizing that between the promises and the fulfillment, there's obedience. So no matter the promise that you have, what is the process you must go through to see the fulfillment of the promise? Maximum impact is basically meant to equip people to overcome their social handicaps in life and be able to have a better quality of life. So we focus a lot on the doing aspect of it.
And I like it because your ministry is based in Choco. And that's where you have been based for a very long
29
time.
years.
How has it been like? Tell me about...
Well, you can't preach what you haven't practiced.
Right.
So for me, it is a testament of the fact that the gospel works everywhere.
Right.
And you don't need to relocate. God is God in Choco. God is God in airport. God is God in America. So once you start applying the principles, you can. And that is what I yearn to see, and that is what I believe in, and that's what I'm also looking for.
You've seen a lot of transformation.
Of course, I've seen young people on the streets who now have master's degree. I've seen people who were destitute on the streets now living a godly life. I've seen people who had no hope. You should see them now becoming ministers, working hard, getting into offices, making a change. I mean, in a little way, but it's evident.
I love it. So when is maximum impact happening?
Starting.
Who are some of the people ministering? How can we be part? Where will it be? Please.
Okay. We started our fasting a few weeks ago. I'm sure you can see Pastor Ebo has slimmed well. He's looking healthier. So all of us are in shape, trusting God's grace, His mercy, and His provision of divine equipment into our lives to be able to enter into the pillars of the world and take over. A maximum impact is starting this Monday, the 12th of August, till Friday, the 16th of August. And we have an array of speakers who are very practical. On Monday, I'll be ministering. Tuesday, we have Bernard Avler, who I consider a professional bridge between the spiritual, the clergy, and the youth. And I'm sure he's going to throw up a storm. Wednesday, we have the chairman of the Church of Pentecost himself.
Oh, my chairman.
Oh, he's your chairman. You better be there. I mean, I can't wait to have a very practical man, the face of Pentecost.
Wonderful.
I mean, the impact Pentecost Church has made in this country is amazing. And he's coming to share with us some of the insights, the godly insights for us to learn from. Fantastic. Then on Thursday, we have Reverend Tete Jangba, True Vine Charismatic Church. He's an amazing minister. And then Friday, we have my hero and the finest statesman I consider, Dr. Mensah Otabil.
Wonderful.
He's just a phenomenal person.
Wow.
So these are the lineup of speakers, and we can't wait. Every evening at 5:30 p.m. We gather. But on the Thursday morning, there's going to be a special seminar for trainers, for pastors and all church workers and all leaders who are coming in for training. And I think that's going to be an additional novelty to this summit.
Wonderful.
We are looking forward to having all of them come over.
Wonderful. Where would it be?
It will be at the PMI Cathedral. Sorry, the PMI King's Temple.
PMI King's Temple.
The King's Temple, Collegono, near the Tuesday Market. It's going to be an amazing thing, and I can trust that everybody who comes there is definitely going to hear the word of God in a very practical way.
I love it. So it's happening at Korle Gonno Tuesday Market. It's close to that, and the venue itself is PMI King's Temple, and then it's every day from Monday in the evenings. 5:30 every day from Monday. Thursday morning there's
9 a.m.
9 a.m. There's a special one for trainers and workers to be there. Starting on Monday, Reverend Bernard Ni Adeakwa will be opening. We have wonderful speakers who will be impacting your life. So do well to be a part of this. It's called Maximum Impact. This sounds like one of our themes, our annual themes in Pentecost.
Yeah.
Maximum Impact, yes. That's one thing we've been doing over the years. So, Reverend, thank you for coming.
Thank you for hosting us.
Before you take leave of us, you would give us a final word, a final prayer, something on your heart you want to share with us before we go. It would be nice to
Yes,
hear.
life may not hand you a very fair package, but you must fight to win. And I think there are people who give up on the fight. I mean, life is basically a fight, and you must fight to win. Paul says that I press on. No matter the level of life or the quality of life you've achieved, there's always something beyond yourself, not just for yourself, but for generations long after you. We need to be able to leave a legacy beyond us. I ask myself, since I came into this world, what am I going to leave behind? Am I leaving the place a better world for the next generation? And that is what motivates us to strive to make a change. And I trust that this blessing and this strength and this grace will come over this nation, that we shall look beyond ourselves and trust in God to be able to fulfill our divine mandate and to be able to give life and give it more abundantly. This generation of Christians must not just think about ourselves and a church service and numbers. The quality of life must improve. The real test of assessing our faith is in the quality of life we leave behind. Jesus Christ came and said that I have come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. There are two paradigms that every development is based on. The devil's paradigm and then the Jesus, the life-giving paradigm. We mustn't take from the world. We must give back into our world and into our generation. And so may the Father of all grace bestow grace upon us.
Amen.
Over this nation, over the leaders, over over all the citizenry that will shun evil and live a righteous life. May the blessing of the Lord be with us. May God make Ghana great again.
Amen.
In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Reverend Bernard Ni Adeakwa. We love you so much and thank you for all that you do. More grace to you. Great. So 97.3 Citi FM, you're still listening to the Citi Breakfast Show. When we are back, we'll wrap it all up. Stay with us.
Remember what you did before, you will do it again. I remember what you did before, you will do it again. My light shall be greater, from glory to glory. My light shall be greater.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
electrical supply, whether low voltage, high voltage, power surges, spikes, burnouts, or what have you. No matter your appliance, we have the perfect solar tech product for you. Choose from your trusted and tried and tested range. We have fridge guards, TV guards, multi guards, AVS 30, AVS 15, AC guard, voltage stabilizer, all of it. Just name them, we have them. However, beware of counterfeit solar tech products in town. Get your genuine ones today at Abelinkwe office and all authorized dealers across the country. Our products have 2-year warranty and after sales service. Contact us at number 10 Yiyiwa Street, Abelinkwe, or call us on 024 683 6235 or 0302 761 450 or 0302 775 106. Solar Tech's got the power to protect. Top of the hour, and Zoe Abu-Baidu Ado joins us in the studio. Good morning, Zoe.
Good morning, Caleb.
I know you followed yesterday's fallback.